Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started.
Let's jump into the Bitcoin charts.
Let's go, guys. What's going on, man? I was literally jamming out to that freaking song before we started the stream. I know you guys don't like those songs, but every single day, I literally am jamming out to those songs. GoldenEye said, I feel like I'm at Six Flags. Yeah, man. Hey, I like those songs. I get hyped before the stream every day. You guys don't know. I take like 3 or 4 shots before every single stream to get me hyped up while we are literally watching those. So, I don't have the Speedway today. I have Premier Protein. I have Premier Protein today. You guys can see right here. All right. So, let's just... All right, let's go. What's going on, guys? All right, let's jump into the stream today. Let's see what's going on to this. All right, so we know we talked about in this morning stream, right? We broke down from we obviously know we broke down from this rising wedge really yesterday, I should say. We broke down from this rising wedge, right? Inside of that rising wedge, we did have this kind of head and shoulders pattern, right? That we did, unfortunately, also broke to the downside, right? We have the left shoulder here, the head and the right shoulder. We did break that red box, which was our neckline, right? Right about here was our neckline. We did break that red box. We came up, confirmed it as resistance, and now we have continued back down. Now, here's the moment of truth, right? Ever since that's kind of happened, we have been bouncing around between this green box and this red box here, right? This green support and this red resistance. Now, you could look at this from 2 ways, right? You could see if we can somehow get back above this red box here, or even just break this previous resistance here, you can see at least on the 1 hour time frame that we could literally drop back down here and have a nice W pattern and confirm that back up to the upside. So we can break this previous high. You know, there's a likely possibility we could recover. Now, that's the bullish sentiment. That is the bullish sentiment. But guys, I do have to say here, at least in the immediate short term, right? That MM Crypto would say. Shout out to MM Crypto. I love MM Crypto. Shout out to MM Crypto. in the medium short-term price for Bitcoin. If we come back here, get rejected by this red box again, I think it's likely that we do see a move back down to 32,400 pretty damn quickly, okay? We're struggling to really get any upwards price action right now. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in the short term. Obviously, breaking this red old support and flipping it as new resistance, as we would say here, is pretty damn bearish here in the short term. So keep that in mind, guys. Let me actually fix this here. There we go. No, don't say it. I do have to say it. Said bodybuilder in the house. Anyways, that's kind of what on the short term, right? We have no really bullish divergence, no bearish divergence on the hourly time frame. So we're just waiting on, patiently waiting for Bitcoin's next move. As in the title here, Bitcoin's in no man's land right now. Right now, we're really just patiently waiting to see what Bitcoin's next move will be. If you really wanted to get degenerate here on the 15-minute, if you really want to get super degenerate here, I guess maybe you could say we maybe broke out of some type of falling channel here, but we're not degenerates, right? We're not 15 minutes. We're hourly and above people here on this channel, okay? So let's go on over to our 4-hour chart. I'm still watching the possibility of this rising channel. Now, I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this rising channel. I could be wrong. I don't really watch other people's channels besides a select few people. But if, for whatever reason, Bitcoin can consolidate above this green box here for maybe another day, right? Get bounce off this green box, that would match up pretty perfectly with this rising channel here. Now, it's going to take us a lot of sideways action and probably a lot of boring price action in order for us to do this. But that's one scenario I have to say. Now, if you look at this in a vacuum, right? Not in the vacuum where you're vacuuming up that dirt because you've been running so much because you've just been trying to I don't know where I'm going with this, but you've been trying to work so much because you just try to scoop up as many crypto as possible, right? No, we're talking about in a vacuum on the charts here. You do have coming from the downside. You could call this a bear flag as well. So if we actually do break this to the downside, you do have a pretty low target if you actually were to do the measure move. But I think likely you would probably see a move back down to at least 30,000 if this does end up playing out here. So make sure you guys are watching this on the 4-hour time frame as well. The 1 hour and the 4 hour definitely looking slightly bearish right now, unless right, like we said, we can get back above right about 34,000 or so. So that's the 1 hour and 4 hour. On the daily time frame, the daily looks okay, right? The daily looks okay, at least right now. The reason why the daily looks okay is because right now we are right in that green box of support. If we can close above this green box, or really just in this green box, we should be pretty good to rock and roll. But we have 54 minutes, as you guys can see in the top right there, daily close in 54 minutes. If we can close above this or in this green box, I'd be fine, right? Why? Why would I be fine if we can close in that green box? Well, you can see, I mean, it was our support. We wicked below it a couple of times. We always closed above it, and then it turned into our resistance. Now, we don't want to confirm it. We don't want to break down below that, right? We want to confirm that as support. So if we can close in this green box, that would be pretty, not bullish, but at least fine here on the daily. And hopefully we can get a bounce and continue up. Now, if we do close bleeding this green box, right? Probably on some of the longer term time frames, probably expect another test of these bottom levels, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at here on the daily time frame. I mean, if you look at some of your indicators here, the stock RSI, unfortunately on the daily, looks like it's kind of topped out. It's starting to roll back over down to the downside. The RSI really has room to run on both ends in that scenario, but not really much to go on there. And if you look at the MACD, it is starting to roll back over towards the downside as well. So the indicators aren't looking that great on the daily time frame is right now as well. I know I'm sounding very, very bearish now. I don't sound like the normal Jordan giving you hopium and stuff, but I try to be a realist, and at least on the 1 hour, 4 hour daily, all looking slightly bearish. But we know it's just price action. It's just short-term price action. Later in the stream, we're going to take a look at some of the long-term charts for BTC that still look extremely bullish and why I don't think this bull run is over. And if it is, you guys know I have to get that damn freaking Dogecoin tattoo. It's going to be I'm telling you guys, it's going to be the sexiest, the best. Now, I'm not going to make it big, but it's going to be one of the best tattoos you've ever seen. Even if it's Doge, it's going to look so badass, even if I have to get it. But I don't think I'm going to get it, okay? I don't think this bull market is over. I promise you guys, all right? Well, I don't promise you, but I promise you if it is, I have to get the freaking Dogecoin tattoo. Anyways, flipping on over to the daily chart here. News is bad. What's up, GamerBod? GamerBod said, overall, TA looks good. Psychology is wavering.
Ta looks good. Psychology is wavering. News is bad. Rumor has it BlackRock will dump BTC in July. Cardano has smart contracts in August. Charts tell you what happened, not what will happen. Love you all.
Yes. Thank you, GamerBot. Thank you for your $20 donation, man. I mean, that's super appreciative of you. But yeah, you're definitely right, man. You're definitely right, man. I mean, the TA is only going to tell you so much. The TA looks slightly bearish here in the short term, in my opinion. News, I don't think the news is that bad. I think the news is pretty good, right? Rumor is BlackRock will dump BTC in July. We'll have to see if that happens, man. But we'll see. We're not gonna get super down in the dumps right now, okay? We're not gonna get super down in the dumps right now. Yes, Neil, we will talk about that 420 billion entering the market from Germany a little bit later. I actually do have that to talk about as well. So, all right, Bitcoin on this daily chart, right? Let's take a look at some of our moving averages. Obviously, we're below all our major moving averages, right? The 50, the 100, the 200. We're below all those. But I'm not going to panic too much, guys. And this is more just a macro view of things. I'm not going to panic too much until we break this green box right here, right? I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. There's no reason to panic until we break this green box. Now, if we start breaking 28,000, well, I think we have another level that we can look at on the daily chart, right? And this is where we kind of start looking at, even if we do fall, I don't think it's going to be way lower. I don't think it's going to be the 13K that I've heard people say 8K. I've heard people say 1,000, 3,000 bucks, right? I've heard everything under the sun. And, there's a couple reasons. I think that, if we do get a dip, I think, you guys know my theory on the 0.618 Fibonacci here, or a golden pocket, right? 0.618, 0.65, typically where you get retraces. I think, in between those levels, about 27,000 and about 25,000 seems to be the sweet spot for me if we do get one more leg down to the downside. I think that's the level. Now, I've heard everyone think that, I've heard everyone talk about the 200-week moving average, including myself, right? I've said the 200-week moving average is that's our worst case scenario. But at least on this daily chart, I think 25,000, 27,000 is definitely a likely possibility if we break this green box. And I'm not going to panic too much until we break this green box personally, because Bitcoin likes to do the opposite of what everyone thinks. Everyone is bearish right now. Including me in the short term, right? So what does that tell us? Well, Bitcoin does the opposite always on what we're expecting. And now even on YouTube here, dude, it goes below 20K. I'm selling everyone in the chat to get my money to buy it. Exactly. I mean, that's another reason. If we go, I've done a poll before. Everyone, literally, it was like 80% of people said they would buy if Bitcoin hit 25,000 or something like that, or at least 25,000. I think most people said 30K. Most people said 25K. So we'll see what happens. I mean, just always think about the bigger picture and how many people would buy if we actually did reach those lower $20,000 levels, right? So we'll go over in more of the long-term perspective and a little bit later in the stream, as you guys can see in the little roundup there. Yeah, so the whack off, right? I know everyone always wants me to look at the whack off. Every time I do look at it, people are like, the whack off is not real. And every time I don't look at it, I get people tweeting at me on Twitter, bro, can you look at the whack off? So here's the whack off, guys, all right? We might as well just call it the whack off at this point because everyone calls it the whack off, all right? So everything was kind of playing out nicely, right? we had the so-called spring. We don't really know if it was truly the spring yet. We could still have the spring, right? Even if we drop to 25,000, 27,000, somewhere in that range, maybe that'll be the spring, right? We don't know what the true spring is going to be. Everyone thought this was the spring, but you didn't really spring. I mean, you did. I mean, you got a nice impulse wave up here, but not a huge one. Now, some people are still expecting, maybe another retest of 31,000 or so, right? That wouldn't really make sense to me from a whack off perspective, okay? But just keep in mind that, you usually do want to see, a couple higher lows here. And if we do break this level here, I think it's likely that we come back down here, which wouldn't be the normal structure of a whack off. But, we'll see. I'm so sick of talking about the whack off, guys. I mean, we were talking about that for like weeks back here. So at this point, it's just kind of monotonous to talk about the whack off pattern that everyone and their mother is talking about right now. So just like I just said it from the bullish perspective, everyone's expecting the whack off pattern, the whack off accumulation pattern to play out, right? Maybe it doesn't play out because that's what everyone and their mother is talking about. And the only reason that maybe the distribution whack off happened up here is because not everyone was talking about it. There was only like 1 or 2 people that were really talking about it up in this range, right? So always remember that. Always remember that the psychology of the market and not just so much the price action per se, right? Now, my little fractal here, my chart actually closed out on me right before the stream. So I have my fractal here. I don't have it color coded and everything. That made it easier to see how it was so similar, but I guess it's still playing out. I mean, it's kind of went a course. I mean, we were expecting, we were right here on this double bottom, right? Double bottom right here. Now we kind of deviated a little bit. We got a little bit of a drop here instead of this one. We had a little bit of a drop and then we kind of went sideways. So like I said, if this was to continue playing out, we would probably expect some sideways here. But if we get a drop here, that would kind of throw my little possible fractal outside of the doorway, right? If anyone that's new, this is the same price action we had down here in this August range, right? August from about September, or August to about actually October. So we can throw this out if we get another drop here. So keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. It was just purely for fun to look at. We have fun in the stream. It's not always about being right and being so technical, right? Sometimes you look at stuff for fun. So this was fun for me. Might not have been fun for you, but hey, what is that? Delete the fractal. And Mr. Miff said delete the fractal. Man, this stuff is, if you guys haven't had this, it's the coffee Premier Protein one. This stuff is delicious. If you're trying to quit coffee, this is pretty good because it only has 1 cup of caffeine in here. So it's absolutely wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm trying to cut back on coffee. See, I have these cycles where I'm going to quit coffee, right? I'm going to quit coffee. And then I go like 2 weeks without drinking it. And then I go back on it for a month. And then I go back for 2 weeks. I decided I'm going to start by cutting my afternoon coffee out. And then slowly cutting my morning coffee out. That's what I decided here. But Danny said, you best believe. Thank you, Danny, man. You best believe. Bitcoin's being boring today, so we're going to try our best to talk about the most things as possible. All right, so let's go on to our next charts here. That's kind of my short-term Bitcoin charts. We're going to hop on into our Ethereum charts.
This is my wife, Ethereum.
So good, guys. I'm adding a bunch of stuff to the stream. I'm slowly gonna start adding stuff. I've been working on stuff behind the scenes, like I've been telling you guys for about a week or two. About a week ago. So I'm excited to add a bunch of new stuff to the stream. I really am. This is just the beginning of stuff. So I've been taking the slow time with crypto instead of doing research on projects, and stuff like that. Instead, doing some other stuff. So. Ethereum on the daily chart. What? Ethereum. I don't take myself too seriously, guys. That stuff is all for jokes. So it's all for jokes, man. Ethereum. All right. So we have our 50, our 100, and our 200-day moving average. We have our 50, our 100, and 200-day moving average here. So what are we looking at for Ethereum? Well, we talked about on this morning stream, right? I'm still happy that we're still at least over our 200-day moving average for Ethereum. And so that's good. That's good. I mean, we went below it slightly here, but ended up getting back above it. Now we're heading back down. Now, what I want to do, and I think would be bullish, and what we want eventually Bitcoin to do, we haven't seen it yet for Bitcoin, but if, we got back above it, if we can come back down, hold it as support here, and then continue back up, I think that would be extremely bullish for Ethereum. But as we know, that's going to hinge on kind of what Bitcoin's going to do. So Ethereum's having a tough time right now, kind of breaking at decent levels of resistance, right? I mean, a level that was really our old support a bunch of times. Looking left, right? We're here once, twice, came back down, flipped it as resistance, and now you flipped it as resistance again. So we'll see. Now you're kind of in between a rock and a hard place here, and oh man, dude, what are you gonna do? Ethereum is cheating on you with another woman. They're going to drive off a cliff together. What are you gonna do, dude? What are you gonna freaking do? Ethereum is doing it. Is gonna do its thing, man. Ethereum's gonna do its thing. Anyways, yeah. So that's really the Ethereum on the 4 hour. We actually don't have any bearish divergence or bullish divergence in the daily, and the daily RSI can kind of go either way right now. I'm going to pull that down a little bit. Not sure why it's so big there. 4 hour looks fine. I mean, in a general sense, you're not really in any type of pattern right now, at least on the 4 hour time frame. You're kind of just kind of in a no man's land, like we just said about Bitcoin, right? I mean, you look at maybe I'm actually going to get rid of hide these moving averages here. But, I mean, like I said, you're having a tough time just breaking this level at about 2271. That was just support so many times and resistance so many times, right? So flipped it as resistance. Now you can't get back above it. So what's your next move for Ethereum? What's your next move, as you would say from Boston, right? Where are we going to short? Where are we going to put our shorts in? Well, if you look here, I think just realistically, I think a move back down to about 2,000 makes the most sense. Let me make this a little bigger, man. Why is this so small, dude? What the heck? Where's my, oh, there it is. I was going to say, why is that so freaking small? You guys probably can't even see those prices. All right, 22, about 2,000 is our next support, in my opinion, for Ethereum. So watch that. As we talked about also in this morning stream, you did have pretty significant bearish divergence here on the 4 hour time frame, where you're getting higher highs and lower highs on the RSI. So that pushed you down, and that's kind of what happens in that type of sense, right? Between a rock and a hard place. A rock and a hard place. Use your hands. A rock and a hard place. Great. Just for you, man. Just for you, man.
Use your hands.
We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. A rock and a hard place. Guys, if you can hit up that like button, though, obviously it's a slow time in crypto, so the more you hit up that like button, the more it helps the streams. I really appreciate that. If you guys don't like the stream, feel free not to like it, but kind of do your thing, right? Whether you agree or disagree, right? We know the like button nowadays is agree and disagree, so whether you agree or disagree, smack one of those buttons for me. Anyways, that's really Ethereum on the 4 hour chart. Not much else besides that, guys, right now. So switching on over to the Ethereum, I want to look at the Ethereum Bitcoin pair to see, some of you guys might be wondering right now, should I be in Bitcoin or should I be in Ethereum right now? Well, if we look at it from this sense, I do think it's probably better, and it's probably going to surprise you guys a little bit, but based off the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, I think it probably would be better to be in Ethereum. But you guys know, in times of uncertainty, it's better to be in Bitcoin. So this is kind of giving us mixed signals, right? It's like I said, it's kind of like that girl where you don't really know if she likes you, but she's telling you that she wants to go out, and then it's like that girl that you just can't get out. She's giving you mixed signals, all that type of stuff, if you know what I mean. All right. So what is Ethereum doing? Well, we had this previous resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and now we actually came back down and confirmed it as support, and we actually got a nice bounce there, and it looks like we're trying to actually make a weekly engulfing candle there, a bullish engulfing candle, if we can close above that previous candle there. So Ethereum looks good. I mean, in theory, in normal circumstances, we should actually bounce from this level and come up and retest this red box again over the course of the next couple of weeks. But as we know, if Bitcoin takes a major dump, right, turns around, does a squat, right, does a squat between a rock and a hard place, and takes one out the dumper towards the backside, we know that Ethereum is going to go down with it, and probably harder than Bitcoin. So it's a tough spot to read right now. And if we do break this support, I think it's likely we probably get a pretty big dump on the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio going forward, right? So what's up, Jazz? You're here. What do you want, your break right now? Jazz is on her break. Look at that. Look at that. Anyways, let's go on into, so that's really Ethereum, right? That's really Ethereum, as you guys know. Let's switch on over to Cardano. I don't have a funny transition for Cardano yet, but I am going to add more stuff to the stream as we go along. I'm really excited for it. So let's switch on over to the Cardano charts. That's really all I had for Ethereum for the most part. Switch on over to Cardano on the daily time frame. Excuse me, guys. Man, hold on. Anyone work at Premier Protein? You guys can get me maybe a sponsorship at Premier Protein. That would probably be the ideal situation for us to go to at this point. Jordan, you're supposed to uplift your woman, ETH. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, Jazz is our queen. I'm here. No, it's Canada Day. Hey, it's Canada Day? Canada has a Canada Day? Why doesn't the United, I mean, I guess the United States technically has a United States Day, technically, right? But they literally have a day that's called Canada Day. That's like the US having a US Day. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. But anyways, Cardano on the daily chart. Man, the Cardanos are going to come after me right now. But, you know, I have to be realistic. I have to be realistic here. Cardano's in a very, very tough situation right now. So we know Cardano's been holding this 200-day moving average pretty damn nicely, right? We actually wicked down to it on our last dip and got nice support on it on the daily. Now, this 100-day moving average has been a pain in the freaking butt for Cardano, right? It was our previous support multiple times here. We're here, here, here. We dumped below it, now confirmed as our support, or sorry, our resistance. Now we just can't get back above it, right? So that's really all I see on the daily time frame, but it's really the 4-hour that gets me really, you know, what's the saying? Rimble in my jimmers or something like that. I don't know what the true saying is, but yeah, I'm gonna have people are like, oh, you guys don't know that saying, Jordan. But anyways, rimble in my jimmers. On the 4-hour time frame, we, like I said, early this morning, really, this ascending triangle for Cardano, where we're making higher lows, you're getting rejected at the same point on the top side, should be a bullish pattern. But if Bitcoin dumps, and if you look over at Bitcoin right now, actually, might have got support there. We'll see what Bitcoin does, but depending on what Bitcoin does, if Bitcoin dumps, you're probably going to dump out of this. If Bitcoin pumps, I see a move up to this next moving average on the daily time frame, back up to our 100-day moving average. If we can't break that, well, it's probably back down for Cardano like we've seen the last couple of times we tested it. So watch this resistance line. Watch 139. We can't get back over 139 on a 4-hour close. It's not going to look too good for Cardano. But if we do, we could see a pretty nice move up here to approximately about 165, right? That's maybe our next resistance based off our breakout target. And if we actually want to look at the fibs from our top to our bottom, I guess we could look at it this way, but our 0.618 is up at 185. So we got a lot of work to do for Cardano, a lot of different Fibonacci levels to get back above it. We get a lot of resistance. We got a lot of work to do with a lot of these coins, but overall, we're right at support right now, and the Cardanoers are going to come after me, right? Neil, make sure you don't come after me, man. Make sure. Oh, I got the Bahamas shirt on. Estimated 1973. Estimated 1973, baby. July 4th, sir. America Day. Damn millennials. No, I did say technically the US has a holiday, right? Technically, but it's not called United States Day, right? It's called 4th of July. So you are right, Waterfly. I am wrong. Just like always. I'm always wrong, guys. I am always freaking wrong. I don't even know why you guys watch me anymore. I literally am wrong every single day about every prediction I do. Anyways, that's Cardano. Let's look at some of the macro stuff that I had here.
July 4th, sir. America Day.
Damn millennials. Damn millennials. All right, let's jump on some of the macro time frame stuff, shall we? Let's go to our total market cap. We looked at a little bit at this yesterday, right? Looked a little at this yesterday. I mean, we've bounced right off our 200-day moving average pretty nicely. Now, what are we doing now? Well, we're doing exactly what I didn't want to do, right? I didn't want to come back up into this red resistance where we just have a bunch of kind of price action in this general area, a lot of support. Well, we're getting rejected from it right now. And if we come back down, right? If we come back down, I would want to see a bounce off this 200-day moving average. This is our total 2 market cap. So this is excluding Bitcoin here. So for altcoins, right? I like that bounce off the 200-day moving average. If we come back down, I want to bounce off that 200-day moving average again. If for whatever reason we can bounce and get back above this red box, that's going to be extremely bullish for altcoins. And I see a pretty big move for altcoins if we can break that level. Probably upwards, most likely upwards about 26% move for all altcoins. Not all altcoins, but the whole combination of altcoins. So not all altcoins are going to pump 27% if we break this red box, but I see a pretty nice move up to this next resistance here at about 1.2 trillion, right? So total 2 looking fine. Switching on over to the total market cap, including BTC, including such a beautiful side chick that BTC is. You guys know Ethereum is just sometimes I gotta take a little break with Ethereum, and I use this time on stream to really give Bitcoin some attention. But total market cap here, we got rejected from our 200-day moving average. That is what you didn't want to see. The total market cap is doing what we don't want to see for Bitcoin in a couple weeks, where if Bitcoin gets back to its 200-day moving average, you don't want to see it get rejected, right? You don't want to turn that old support into new resistance. The old support into new resistance. You don't want to do that. So that's what the total market cap did. We came up, our old support confirmed as new resistance. So same thing with the total market cap. We come back into this green box of support. We got to hold that. And what's fine with the total market cap is we're kind of just in a downwards channel. So even if we do drop, we've gotten support on this downwards channel so many times, or I think it's likely we just get support on it again. It also happens to be our good support box looking left. So we have a lot of support on the total market cap, so I'm not too worried about it right now. But if we can't get back over that 200-day moving average soon, it's total market cap doesn't look great. So yeah, that is really that. Crypto fear and greed index. So are we fearful? Are we greedy? Are we happy? Are we sad? Are we mad? Are we bears? Are we bulls? It doesn't matter because we're all friends, right? But the fear and greed index showing us that majority of people are fearful. There's probably more bears in the market right now. This is about probably where I expect it to be right now. If you guys agree, would you guys probably predict the fear and greed index to be about at 28? I probably would personally, right? It makes kind of sense. It makes sense. People are bearish, but there's still some bullish hopium there. It wasn't like a couple weeks ago when we were at 28K and everyone was freaking out, right? That was a time. That was a different time. Canada Day. Explicit Syrian said, Jordan, tell the truth. I use Satoshi. That's something for you have to find out, right? That's something I don't think anyone in their right mind would think I'm a Satoshi. I'm a Satoshi. I don't think anyone in their right mind would think I'm Satoshi Nakamoto, right? I don't think anyone would. I mean, look at me. I'm wearing a Bahamas shirt. I'm wearing a red Bahamas shirt. I wear t-shirts every day. A year ago, I looked like a knockoff Carl the Moon. You know, so I don't think most people would think I'm Satoshi Nakamoto. You know what I mean, man? To be real with you, to keep it real, dude. Anyways, market cap dominance, right? We still look at this fractal. It's such a messed up. I gotta find a chart that actually has the data here. I'm just gonna get rid of this, but if we were to continue the same fractal that we did back here, right here, if we were to do the same thing right here, we're kind of in this range, right? Where we kind of made a kind of ascending triangle, and then we dumped it back down to the downside. So, you know, if we were to continue doing that same thing, we do think that because BTC S's the bed when you go away. It does S the bed and go away, and it doesn't move when I'm live. So it kind of would make some sense that maybe I am, but you guys will never know. You guys will never know. And you guys remember that stream? You guys remember that stream where you guys heard some Asian people talking in the background? So you'll never know, man. You'll never know. Anyways, market cap dominance. I probably expect this to roll over. It depends on what BTC does. You know, it's such a tough. The market cap dominance is such a tough thing to kind of predict, right? It's not really anything you want to predict, honestly. But if Bitcoin dumps, right, we know 50% is probably coming. If Bitcoin stays strong, right, stays in the mid 30Ks or goes up, I think altcoins will continue this kind of short-term rally it's kind of had, right? So we'll watch the Bitcoin dominance and see what happens there. But like I said, Bitcoin dominance is a tough thing to kind of predict. Kind of depends on what the normal price action is for the market. You are Satoshi. Best believe. Yes. Yes. That's funny. That's funny. Anyways, let's look at the Bitcoin shorts. We got the Bitcoin shorts here today. Let's grab a Sam Adams and pick the Bitcoin shorts. Anyways, Bitcoin shorts continuing to drop. I think it's weird, right? I'm going to continue to say I think it's weird. As we're seeing Bitcoin drop, we're seeing the Bitcoin shorts continue to drop. And that's not what we saw on the last dip. It's really weird. It's really weird. So we'll see if this amounts to anything. I don't think the longs are really moving. I don't think any longs are really coming in. So it's kind of just the shorts kind of going away, right? And the longs not really coming in. So not a lot of volume right now overall in the market. The volume is extremely low, which means that a big move is probably coming somewhat soon, especially when the volume gets as low as it is right now. We'll look at the volume in a little bit, though, on the longer term stuff. DXY, something I do want to take a look at every day, too, because it is important. Bitcoin dropping while the DXY is pumping. Makes a lot of sense, right? And the thing with the DXY is it's coming up on that resistance line. It's coming, that resistance line we've been looking at for a long time. It's coming to test that resistance line. Now, if the DXY breaks this resistance line, could get pretty ugly here for you know, both maybe crypto and the stock market if the US dollar continues to pump. Now, like I said, I don't really know why this is pumping. I don't think this is something that's going to last. Like I said, especially with all the money printing and all that fun jazz. All that fun jazz. But anyways, yeah, I mean, we don't want this to continue up. So let's see if we break this resistance within the next couple of days. But it looks like we'll probably test it tomorrow. We'll probably test this tomorrow, guys. So that's really that. The last thing I want to look at kind of this macro section here is the S&P 500, right? The S&P 500, or just the stock market in general, is going absolutely nuts. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. And I think at some point, I mean, you zoom out here. I mean, it's starting to look like a damn cryptocurrency chart, right? With this thing going up. Now, it's not the same type of thing, right? I mean, it's only up from March. It's only up about, 100%. But in a year, right? For that is a lot. So starting to look like a cryptocurrency chart. Do we see some type of stock market correction? Obviously, that's going to affect crypto, right? Anyone that says that the stock market corrects, it's not going to affect crypto. Well, I mean, it's probably is going to affect crypto. So we'll see if it does. I mean, we're getting super parabolic here. Obviously, we've seen times in the past where this stuff just continues on for years, right? I mean, from here, we had from 2016 to about 2018, you had 4 years of pretty much the same price action. So it can go on for a longer term time frame, but this is getting kind of ridiculous here. We'll see if we get some type of, I'm not a stock market guru. There's probably more people that know the stock market a little bit more than I do, but something that we do want to keep looking at, right? All right. Let's go on some of the news stuff, right? Let's touch on some news stuff, right? Because, I mean, we can look at the charts all day, but I'm not really a news guy, right? I'm not really a news guy, but I think sometimes it is important to look at some of the news. So sometimes it can give you some hopium, right? Even if the charts look kind of bearish, looking at some charts can give you some hopium. So let's go on over to the news, shall we? All right, so we had Germany, right? I know Neil was touching on this in the beginning of the stream. German law allowing 415 billion investment into crypto takes effect. So this was news a couple weeks ago, right? That they were allowing this, but this is just going into effect. I think the exact date on this, I was reading this earlier, Thursday, right? This goes into effect actually, right, today. This goes into effect today. So that's pretty exciting. We'll see if this has any effect on the market. I doubt you're going to see any effect on the market. You're not just going to see us pump because, you know, these places are buying crypto, right? It's going to be more of a behind the scenes type thing. Kind of like we talk about how some of these institutions are buying behind the scenes. It raises the floor, right? It raises the floor, but you don't directly see it in the price necessarily because, you know, a lot of times they're buying OTC and things of that nature. So it's not something you probably see pump right away, but they're allowed to put 20% of their, you know, in their investments into crypto. So I do think you'll see a positive benefit of this over time, but we'll see. We'll see. Any good news is good news, right? Any good news is good news.
You and Jazz can have an evening together.
Well, Germany didn't qualify. Yeah, this is more of a long-term thing. This isn't going to be something that pumps us up short-term, guys. So definitely a good long-term thing. The other thing is, we know we've been talking about, you know, there was this India FUD at the top, right? India FUD at the top. And then we kind of had the good news where they signed this thing into law where they're not going to be banning crypto or something like that. I mean, we looked at this a couple weeks ago as well. Now, I mean, they're kind of getting a little weird about it now. They had this lawsuit or something. I forget what exactly it was. I was reading this earlier, but they had some lawsuit against their top exchange with WazirX. You guys know that WazirX went absolutely nuts. You guys remember when WazirX was going absolutely nuts a couple months ago? That's India's biggest exchange, right? So they're having some lawsuit against them. I guess they were money laundering or something like that. I don't think this is going to affect, you know, anything really happening in India as far as crypto goes or in a long haul. But it is something to keep an eye on, right? It is something to keep an eye on as far as possible FUD. You're probably going to see all the news stuff turning this into, oh, India is coming down against crypto. You're probably going to see that over the course of the next couple of weeks because of probably this, right? So this isn't more of bad news or good news per se, but it is probably a precursor to seeing more FUD down the line. So be prepared to see more FUD because of this freaking thing. But I all I'm thinking about is WazirX. That thing did like it did like a 50x or something like that in like 2 months or something. It was crazy. I remember that being on like the top gainers every single day. But yeah, so that's really that. And then we also had Robinhood, right? This is something that we talk about all the time. Robinhood IPO filing shows Dogecoin trading drove big gains. Who knew? Who freaking knew that? This is such a good article, CoinDesk. But we knew that, right? So they're saying 34% of the trading app's cryptocurrency revenue in the first quarter was attributed to Doge. I kind of wanted to share this because I thought it was kind of funny. And this kind of goes with my belief that, you know, once they put kind of a ban on buying and selling Doge, which I don't think they put a ban on selling it, but once they put a ban on buying Doge, when Doge was going absolutely nuts, that's when you saw Ethereum Classic really pumping. This kind of makes sense. All those, you know, all those percentage of people that were just buying Dogecoin flipped right into Ethereum Classic because it was the cheapest one and it was pumping it. But I thought this was interesting. 34%. That is crazy. And that's including Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that type of stuff, man. That is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. But they what was pretty big is they said 17% of their total revenue was derived from transaction-based revenues earned from cryptocurrency transactions, compared to 4% for the 3 months for last year, right? So that's a pretty big increase for a pretty. I know everyone has their opinions about Robinhood, but that's a pretty big increase for an app, and I thought that was something to mention too. 17% to 4% of their total revenue. So a lot of it was Dogecoin. So keep that in mind, guys. All right, let's get into some of these super chats here. Let me actually just go on the Bitcoin chart, and then we can kind of get into some of these super chats. All right, there we go. I'm still getting used to that transition, guys. So don't come at me too much. All right, don't come at me too much. I read GamerBot. Thank you again, GamerBot. You got the best GamerBot in the game, dude. Creighton said, between a rock and a hard place. I'll do it one more time for you, my man. Between a rock and a hard place. Between a rock and a hard place. You can think about something really interesting with that, but you guys are probably like, Jordan, just shut up and look at charts. Anyways, damn millennials. Thank you again, Waterfly. Rev Rav said, hey mate, could you look at Card Starter for me? Card Starter. Really, man? That is an interesting one. Let's look at Card Starter for my boy Rev Rav. It's not on here, unfortunately. Card Starter. You mean like Card Starter ranked 2600? Ranked number 2600. What is this thing? Card Starter is a cryptocurrency. Okay, it doesn't tell me anything about it. So it tells me, thank you, CoinMarketCap. Card Starter is a cryptocurrency and operates on Ethereum platform. Card Starter has a current supply of 0. All right, interesting. Thank you for all the information, and yeah.
Where is your booger wall?
Where's my booger wall? I'll take a look at the booger wall, man. But I don't have any information to look at this with, right? I don't have any information to look at this with. So unfortunately, I can't comment on much. Love the new setup. How many Bitcoin do I need to send you so that you and Jazz can have an evening together? You send me half a Bitcoin. I will fly Jazz over here. All right. But it's only for half a Bitcoin. Has to be half a Bitcoin.
You and your mods rock look at chat and pick one person and do their coin request. Thanks.
Let me continue here though.
Hey Air Jordan, serious question for you. What
Air
do you
Jordan.
think about Congress Gov regulation meetings going on? You think this will hinder new investors from making life-changing wealth from a macro level? Scary.
We'll take a look at it, Mike. For sure, man. Anyways, John said, love the new setup. Thank you, man. I have tons of more stuff coming, man. I've been working on a bunch of stuff behind the scenes. Like some of this stuff like that you look at, like you think it's kind of easy to implement some of this stuff, but some of the stuff I have to watch YouTube videos on how to do and all this type of stuff. So some of this stuff takes time, but I have a bunch of new stuff coming for the stream. So I'm excited for it, man. I love doing this type of stuff. Like I said, this is when I went to school. I mean, I went to school for like computer science and stuff like that. So anything really to do with computers, I generally love doing. So it's fun for me. Like I said, half a Bitcoin, I will, I will fly Jazz out over here. All right. Anyways. Lucas said, where's your booger wall? My booger wall is, man. I have a few. I mean, I put most of them. I'm not like Vitalik. Hold on, let me play Vitalik here for you guys. I forget which button. It's a new button, so I get used to it. But there's Vitalik. He puts it more to the right side. He tends to pick. I know he's using his left hand. He tends to pick with his left hand. I kind of copied my father-in-law because he has such good form with the pick in the nose. I tend to put it like I actually put it on the ceiling. I put a bunch of it on the ceiling. There's a few up there, but Yeah, man. You can't beat Vitalik. You can't beat my father-in-law with the nose picking, man. Michael said, "Hey, Air Jordan, serious question for you. What do you think about Congress government regulation meetings going on? You think this will hinder new investors from making life-changing wealth from a macro level? Scary. It could. It could. I mean, the regulation meeting's going. I'll have to look more into it, man. Maybe I'll put more of this in some of the macro stream tomorrow. But I mean, any type of regulation that they come on and try to hurt the people that, whether they have regulation for crypto, whether they have regulation to increase long-term capital gains tax, or just increase capital gains tax in general, all this type of stuff kind of hurts the long-term investors, right? So we'll see what comes out for all of it. Like I said, I don't know exactly which regulation you're talking about, but I mean, from what I've heard and what I've seen from most of the news, and especially the stuff in the long-term capital gains tax, if they increase long-term capital gains tax from whatever it is right now, between 0 and 20%, they increase that to, they've been talking about stuff like 50%. That's freaking ridiculous, man. I mean, that should be unconstitutional. So you're basically telling people that they should invest for long term, helping out companies, right, by investing money into them, and in return, you should get 50% of our money that we're investing. And obviously, this is not a political channel, but I'm not gonna get too much into that. But I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all. Even if I was an investor, I wouldn't agree with that. You and your mods rock. Look at chat and pick one person and do their coin request. All right. Chat, let me know what coin you want me to talk about. And Neil paid for you to have a coin request. So which coin do you want me to request? Satoshi does not care about long-term tax. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. But which coin? ICP? Matt, don't be playing, man. Moonfart. Soul. Yeah. All right, we'll do, I'm not seeing any consensus here. I'm not really seeing any consensus, guys. I need a consensus. Doge, Sol, Shiba, VeChain, Moon. I literally see one of every coin here. Matic, XRP.
Jordan, I am Microsoft Samantha.
Shiba.
ID love to rub your Johnson.
Man. HBAR, Link. Dude. You know what? We'll look at, we'll do AVE. I'll do AVE. You know why? Because we haven't looked at AVE in a long time. We haven't looked at, I'll do a few more a little bit later in the stream, guys. But I'm seeing a couple AVEs compared to one of everything else. So let's see what's going on with AVE or AVE, if you want to say it in the correct term. But I call it AVE just because that's what I've always called it. So come at me. Anyways, look at where you got a rejection. Look where you got a rejection on AVE, right? So got resistance, and now you got a resistance again. So you can see every time you confirm this as resistance, you have a pretty big dip right afterwards, right? So we'll see what happens here. I would want to hold, where is this level? Why do I have that level there? Must be the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, so you have a little bit resistance, and yeah, you don't really have support over there actually. So if for whatever reason you break this level you're currently at right now at about 230, I could see a move come all the way back down here to 177 for AVE, right?
Can you check out Hex, please?
You had a little bit of bearish divergence there, and that's why you dipped. That's why you dipped. You obviously you hit that moving average, and you had bearish divergence. So that was a pretty telltale sign that you probably were going to get rejected there. In hindsight, right? But I think if you break this resistance line or support, move down to 175 makes the most sense right now. You got room to run down in the 4 hour. Hourly, same thing. Got room to run down. No bullish divergence. That's going to make you reverse. So we'll see. A lot of it depends on what BTC does. BTC trying to bounce right now. Trying to. It's not having the best bounce in the world. Obviously, we have 8 minutes until our open. So maybe we get some type of big bounce here on our open. We actually 7 minutes. I forget it says on the top right now. I like that. 7 minutes and 3 seconds actually until the daily close. It's quite nifty. But anyways, that's really an Aave right now. Nothing else besides that, man. Booger Wall. You and your mods rock. My mods do rock, man. Everyone that watches the stream every day. It's not just the mods, right? It's not just the mods. It's everyone in here. But the mods are obviously awesome too. Donkey Sauce says, "Hi Jordan, I'm Microsoft Samantha. I'll love to rub your Johnson." Wow, Donkey Sauce. Thank you, man. I guess. I don't know how I feel about a donkey rubbing the Johnson, but you know, is what it is. Savar said, "Can you check out Hex?" Yes, Savar, we can check out Hex, and then we'll get into some of these gainers and losers, and mostly losers, I think, today. But we can look at Hex, and then we'll look at those, right? So Hex, is this the chart that I hate? No, this is a fine chart. This is the fine chart. Hex in the daily, I mean, almost classic, right? Classic rising channel. And, you know, you're coming back down. So let's see. Actually, I'm curious on this one. I'm curious where. Yeah, so your first dip down, you actually went right to your 0.5. If you break the support line, which is actually happens to perfectly be at your 0.382 fib now, as funny as that is. If you break about, you know, if you break 7.3 cents, I could see a move back down here to your golden pocket, 0.618, which would be approximately about, right about 5.8 cents, somewhere in that range, right? That's where I kind of see you going. If you break this, obviously, a support line. Now, you only have 1-2 touches here, so it's not like some crazy support line that's, you know, been holding for months. But, you know, if you can hold this support, you still have bullish divergence on the daily time frame, right? You still have higher lows and lower lows on the RSI. Now, if you come back down, test this, right? You're still making those lower lows and higher lows. Still got bullish divergence, but you got to hold that support. That's really what it's coming down to right now for Captain Hex. Captain Hex, right? So, no, I just noticed I say right. I say right probably more than I say it is what it is. You guys notice how much I say right? You guys and gals, I should say. It's a fake out. George said, "Jordan, I missed 40 minutes of the stream. Damn, the guy said I lost all the fun." Sad face. You didn't miss all the fun, man. We got plenty of fun left to go. All right, let's look at some of the biggest gainers and losers today. And then we'll continue to look at the things. You guys like my hot coins with the Doge going like this? Come on, you got to like that a little bit. Anyways, gainers and losers. Let's take a look. What do we have for the biggest gainers today? We have XFin. I feel like I see XFin every single, or XinFin. I didn't even say that. I didn't even say XYN. Xin. I can't say it. I don't know why. It's giving me a headache now. I have a friggin' headache. Probably because I don't have that much coffee in me right now. But 12% up today. CLO up about 10%. Hedera Hashgraph up about 10%. Everything else is pretty much flat. The whole market's down about 5%. So I'm expecting some pretty big losers today. Telcoin, after its big run up, what did I tell you guys? I mean, you see big run ups like that for a certain coin. It's likely you're going to get a pretty big pullback right after. And you saw it pump, right? And come right back down. So that's why we don't FOMO. That's why we don't FOMO, guys, right? Terra said down 9%. Sushi down about 8%. You can see most of the coins that have really good days. Actually, yesterday actually had pretty significant pullbacks, and that tends to be the case. Sushi up down about 8%. ICP down about 8%. ICP, baby. Continuing. I mean, it actually was doing pretty well. It was doing pretty well for a little bit and it jumped. But there's a lot of coins down about 8%. It's not going to go through all those. I also want to take a look at the gainers and losers for the whole thing. We have... I think some of these are funny to look at, right? I like to have fun in the stream. It's not all seriousness. Even though, I mean, it is serious in a way. I mean, you're trying to make money here, but what's life without being a little fun, right? Kick token, old, up 12,000% in one day, with 1 million in volume. Oh, geez. Xenon Pay. Someone was talking about Xenon Pay the other day. Who was talking about X2P? Someone literally was talking about X2P just the other day, and now this thing's up 540%. I got to give it to you, man.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
I got to give it to you, man. You literally said that, I forget who it was. Someone was talking about X2P, 540% in a day. I got to give it to you. Merlin up about 260. Baby BNB. Baby BNB. Baby BNB. Steel, Link Eye, Bytecoin, Baby Doge up 87%. Man, maybe I got to get some Baby Doge. Maybe I got to get some Baby Doge. Won't even load. It literally won't even load because it... There we go. Baby Doge making another run to the upside. Man, I bet we see Mama Doge up here somewhere too. Where's Mama Doge? Got Hamster. I don't know. Biggest losers. I don't know really many of these coins. Triumph, Amicia Split, Volardex, Orange Cat. Orange Cat. Lucky Meow token. So the dog tokens are going up. The cat tokens are going down. Dogs are better than cats. Boom. Sorry to all you cat lovers out there. Dogs are better than cats. And I don't mean to offend anyone, right? Cats are fine, right? I'll play with a cat, even though they don't really like to play. Most of them are kind of like, get away from me. But I think dogs are better than cats, personally. Nothing wrong with cats, right? It's just... All right, there we go. I don't know if you guys could hear that. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but there we go. Could you guys hear that? Could you guys hear that in the coming through the stream there? Could you guys hear that? You guys could? I actually want to know if you guys could hear that because I want to. It's the daily close. All right. Could you guys hear it's the daily close? Not just because I want to know if you could hear it, so you guys can keep hearing it from here on out. Could you guys hear it's the daily close? No? John said we heard it. All right, cool. Can't hear it? Nope. Barely. You know what it was? It's probably not coming through the freaking thing. I gotta fix that tomorrow. But thank you guys for letting me know. Sometimes I can only figure it out when I'm actually streaming. Sometimes it'll come through my computer. If I'm not streaming, I can test it. But there we go. Anyways, all right. So the daily close. We got the daily close on BTC. What are we doing here? Actually, I forgot to do this. The daily gainers, losers. Now we're right there. Anyways, I can hear your mining rig. Thank you, Tech. Thank you, Tech. But yeah, I mean, daily. Look where we closed, guys. We closed in the green box. We closed in that green box exactly like I wanted to. So perfect. I mean, we closed above where we had this last dip where we got a bounce. That's what I wanted to do. Now we'll see what happens here, right? We'll see if we continue this dip, but I think that's not a bad close, even though it's looking like Bitcoin's being a little dumpy going into the open. But that's exactly where I wanted to see Bitcoin close, in a sense, is in this green box. Now we'll see where Bitcoin goes for the rest of this candle, right? So that's exciting. That's exciting. I think that deserves a little bit of
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
There we go. There we go. Ian said, loving the new layout. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for the positive feedback on it. If you didn't like it, I hope you tell me, right? Incoming everyone in the chat saying, I don't like it. I don't like it. But there's more coming. There's more to come. This is just kind of the beta version. There's more to come on this. This is the beta version. Man. Jordan is evolving. Yeah, I mean, you got to evolve, man. You can't just keep doing the same thing, dude. You got to evolve. You got to evolve. I'll always be the same Jordan. I'll always be the same Chris, I should say. I'm ruining my I'm ruining my alter ego. Guys, I'll always be the same Chris, not the same Jordan. My name isn't Jordan. I'll always be the same Chris, but the stream will evolve. It will evolve. It'll spread its wings. It's came a long way since the it's came a really long way since the beginning. In the beginning, man, when we watched that video yesterday, that was brutal. That was brutal. But I was definitely cute back then. I was cute with no facial hair. Man, I look like a friggin' I look like I'm not gonna someone made me laugh the other day. They said in my old videos look like a knockoff Carl the Moon. Man. That was like literally the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. I was literally laughing today just thinking about someone saying I look like a knockoff Carl the Moon. I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but it literally was, man. Should we call you Chris or Jordan? John, call me Chris. Call me Chris, man. All right. Let's where were we? Gainers, losers.
I am gone. Start calling employee number 2 with that layout.
Hey, there's only so many upgrades you can go to the stream, man. But you know, BitBoys looks fresh. BitBoys layout looks fresh as heck. I don't think my layout looks as good as BitBoys, but I strive for my layout to be better than BitBoys. But no, BitBoy's stream looks really good, really professional. I thought it was an upgrade. I thought it was time to upgrade the stream. So I've been working on it for like a week. They said this is the beta version. There's more stuff on the way, but yeah, man. All right. So we looked at Hex. Looks like Hex is dumping right now, actually, to test the support. What's up next here? We have hot coins. So hot coins. It's a hot girl summer. We should call it a hot coin summer. Great song, by the way. Great. That song gets me hyped every time I hear it when I'm out. It's a hot coin summer. All right. Let's take a look at some of these hot coins. Let's actually do this. And let's go to some hot coins, shall we? All right. So biggest gainers. Let's look at XFin, right? I mean, no one really has asked me about XFin. XFin's up 52% in the last 30 days. Let's take a look at it. We haven't really looked at it, right? We haven't looked at it. And it's actually not even on not even on TradingView. What the heck? But this thing has been going absolutely nuts. What is this? Plans to terminate the contract of ERC20 tokens on the 31st of March. Interesting. I don't know why that's still up there. I mean, it's almost literally like 3 months later. But XFin's been going nuts. Enterprise-ready hybrid blockchain optimized for an international trade and finance. Interesting. International trade and finance. I haven't really heard anything really about that. Seems like a scalable, distributed to the bank or non-bank funders themselves using a common distribution standard. All right, so international trade and finance seems like something definitely interesting. I wish I could look at the charts, but unfortunately, it's not on TradingView, so we can't do that. And unfortunately, this section might be short because there's not a lot of hot coins today. The only hot coins we really got, XFin. You can look at CeeLo, I guess, but man, there's like a lack of hot coins, right? It's a hot coin summer. Man, what do we got? We have spammers in the chat right now. Spammers in here. +1 new setup. Thank you, Travis. We have spammers in the chat. Anti-thought bot. What the heck is anti-thought bot? What is that, man? Hold on. Let me can get this guy out of here. Guys, stop time. You guys are timing them out way too fast. What are they saying? So I can stop them from saying. BTC going off. Oh, 33,766 for BTC. I guess we can call BTC the hot coin now. But no, for BTC, guys, watch for a break of the previous high. If you can break this previous high, right, 33,858, that's the level to watch here for BTC. But nice little pump here going into the new day for BTC at least, right? I mean, can't really call it a pump, but we got to call it for what it is. You know, about a 1% pump. Let's get it, boys. Let's get that 1% pumpage. Hot and heavy. Bitcoin is up, down, and up, down. Merlin dumped. No volume. Yeah. We'll see if we can break this previous high, guys. We'll see if we can break this previous high. Let's go back to CeeLo real quick, though. I mean, CeeLo had a pretty good day today, or yesterday, I should say. What did it do? I mean, I think we talked about this the other day. It pumped up to that resistance level we had, came back down, retested the 20-day moving average perfectly. That's why I love the 20-day moving average. All right? I know I say it every day, but came back down, tested that 20-day moving average, and now we're bouncing off of it again. And if this was to play out, you should go up and retest 466 again. You got room to run on the daily. And if you look at this from, let's take our fibs from top to bottom here. Let's see. Actually, yeah, I'll take it from right there. That was actually wasn't our top. Let me take from the exact top right there. Your next target should be a 0.618 Fibonacci at about 512 if you do break that previous high. But CeeLo, looking good, looking good. And that's really it for hot coins, right? That's the only hot girl summer coins we can really look at today, fortunately. The hot girl summer coins, dead cat bounce. Could be a dead cat bounce. We'll find out, right? Bitcoin likes to pump randomly out of nowhere, as we know. So let's keep that in mind, everyone. Keep that in mind, everyone. BitBoy number 2 with that layout. BitBoy's got a better layout than me, but I strive to have a better layout than BitBoy. Okay, but BitBoy's looks professional. The problem with mine is I don't really have a logo, right? I've never really had a logo. I really haven't had the need to have a logo, right? I want my image to be more of myself, right? But maybe I don't know. I don't really want a logo. 33769. I definitely need a new profile pic, though. I have a lot better pictures I can upload as my profile pic. But Ian, so how's Teet's coin doing? I think it was doing pretty well. I looked at it the other day, man. Unfortunately, Squiggy's not here. So I mean, Squiggy's the one that's been pumping Teet coin, right? Wait, Jazz is getting an Astrology tramp stamp. Makes guys wonder if it's the right match at the wrong time. Oh man, or you could say the right time. The right match at the right time. Hold.
Strap up, we're going to the moon. Strap up, we're going to the moon.
Bitcoin rips through that previous high. Let's see if we can get up here and break through this red box. But Bitcoin making some moves here. We're not out of the woods yet, so let's not get too excited. Right? I can already hear the bears in the chat. There's no volume. It's just a dead cat bounce. I can hear it now. But for the bulls, it's good to see at least you getting a bounce right now. So like I always said, the only reason I get excited on these pumps is it's good to be positive. It's good to be positive. I feel like positivity brings more positivity. So I feel like somehow my stream being positive when Bitcoin pumps is going to magically bring Bitcoin up higher. So that's why we do it. Yes, if we can break, if somehow Bitcoin can break out of this red box, I will throw out of the helmet. All right, the helmet will go up if we break this red box. That's the only way the helmet's going up tonight. Only way. All right. Just want to make it fair and clear. Clear and fear, clear in fear. But hopium. Yeah, it's all about the hopium, man. Dude. Let's see. BitBoy looks like he's hosting a shopping channel. There we go. BitBoy looks. What did I just hear? All right, guys, we're not talking about other YouTubers. We're not talking about other YouTubers. I usually go on a rant about other YouTubers once a week. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I just did that the other day. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's getting a nice bump today, guys. Nice bump. It's like I said, at the end of the day, like, I know you're going to have all the bears in here. It's a 2% pump. You're getting pumped off a 2% pump. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laugh emoji. It's always 5, right? It's always 5 to make it try to seem funnier than it actually is. So I'm waiting for those. Jordan, I love your reaction videos on your other channel. Do more of those, like the anxiety one. Yeah, I'll do more of those, man. I'll do more of those. You'll probably see another one from me on probably on Saturday. Maybe I'll try to shoot 2 of them on Saturday. We'll see. Depends how much time I got. Today, I was going to do one today, but I wanted to work on the layout and kind of get it up and running. So I'll try to upload another one on Saturday over there. If you guys want to check out the new channel, by the way, the link's in the description if you haven't seen it already. Random rant incoming. I always say I'm not going to rant, and then I rant. Exactly as I predicted. Exactly as I predicted. 3%. Gotta have a weekly tab sections for topics. Anyways, guys, there's not a lot of hot coins. So you know what? Let's just go on to. I mean, Bitcoin's pumping right now, so I guess we can stay on Bitcoin for a little bit for hot coins. But I do want to get into some of the longer term Bitcoin charts. I don't have much to talk about with those today. But I do want to go back to those in a second. So, what's up, Shafe, with the 5 laughing emojis? There it is. There it is, man. I'll give you guys an example on what a troll, the best troll comments, right? This is what they say. This guy has no idea what he's talking about. Ready? This is the classic troll comment. And they think they're so funny. This is literally like the troll comment 101. Ready? I just put it in the chat. Troll comment 101.
Rolling on the floor, laughing, 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 rolling on the floor, laughing.
It's always 5 emojis. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with a small pump. VeChain. Yeah, we could do VeChain, man. I mean, I wanted to stay on Bitcoin here for a second because we are getting a nice little pump. We are getting a nice little pumpy pump. Not a crazy pumpy pump, right? Just kind of a small little pumpy pump. Thanks for the super chat, though, Shafe. This guy is clueless. Am I right, guys? There it is. There it is, Ian. What they don't know is they're probably right. Most of the time I am kind of clueless. But so I guess they're not wrong most of the time, but man, you gotta love it. I didn't lull. The robot got me. The freaking robot. Anyways, yeah, someone asked for VeChain. I'll do VeChain just for you, man. Just for you in the chat. Ask for VeChain. I forget who it was in the chat, but I'll do it just for you. How about that? And it comes pretty simple for VeChain too. And you're gonna see this commonly for a lot of altcoins right now. I'm gonna do a poll in a second too, just because I feel like doing a poll. What's going on with the shoulder again? Just stretch it, man. I try to stretch it out. It has been kind of bothering me again though. It's like my shoulder and my like upper back / upper trap freaking bothering me, dude, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, man. Anyways, VeChain, we we've had resistance on this 20-day moving average constantly, right? Had resistance on it again. And now we're getting a pump here. If we can get back above it, that's going to be extremely bullish. I'm telling you, it's going to be extremely bullish. You're going to see it from Ethereum, and you're going to see it from Cardano too, right? Cardano is looking to get back over the 100 4-hour, which is pretty equivalent to the, I guess, the 20-day. So, yeah, I mean, you're right there. You get back over that 20-day exponential, if you want to put it on your chart, 20-day exponential moving average. I probably see a move back up to, let's just take our Fibonacci here and kind of see what we're working with. Let's see. I mean, your 236 is at about 10.5 cents. So I'd probably look for that level, 10.5 cents for VeChain. If Bitcoin continues up. If we get rejected here, which is certainly a likely possibility.
We want it to break over 34.5K until 600 likes. What would you say is your top 3 most undervalued?
ETH isn't massaging it. If it hurts now, wait until you're 50. Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. Heather said, I enjoy your streams. What is your top 4 or 5 holdings? I'll give you my top 6 holdings, right? Just because you're being so nice, Heather. Thank you for the super chat. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Chainlink, VeChain, and Theta. And it will continue to be those 6 coins for the foreseeable future. If anything changes, of course, I'll let you guys know. But that is my top 6. 110%. Ryan Dubb said, what would you say is your top 3 most undervalued? Undervalued? My top 3 most undervalued is, let's take a look. Do we have any crazy undervalued coins right now? And the best way I kind of like to look at that is kind of sort by our last 30-day dips. Now, I would definitely wouldn't say ICP is undervalued. Wouldn't say that. Yeah. Not a fan of a lot of these. I think Chainlink. I mean, if you look at it, Chainlink in the last 30 days, out of the top 100 coins, it's 6th on the list as far as biggest losers in the top 30 days. And you know how I feel about Chainlink, and a lot of people love Chainlink. I think Chainlink's extremely undervalued. I didn't think Chainlink was going to dip under $20, and it's at 18.43. So now I'm kind of biased, right? I think Chainlink's a little bit undervalued. Matic, I would say Matic, but Matic went on such a big run just recently that I wouldn't probably put it as under valued. It's probably fairly valued now. Look at some of these other ones. Aave. I think Aave, it's performing pretty well, it looks like, in the last week or so. But, I think Aave is a coin that's pretty undervalued right now. I like Aave a lot. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these coins it's a hit or miss, right? I'm not a big Uniswap fan. I like the Decentraland. I think we're gonna see another big NFT rise. I think at some point, right? You usually see these things in 2 waves. We saw the big NFT craze earlier this year. I think we see another one. When that happens, I don't know. So I like the Decentraland. I owned a Decentraland, but we'll see, man. If you like the NFTs, and then you're kind of just getting to, I mean, I don't know. Just going through the list here. I mean, to be fair, I think everything is pretty undervalued right now. I mean, if you look at it from that stance, I mean, just think about where we were a month ago, right? I mean, everything's pretty undervalued, to be honest, man. I think if we do continue the bull market, you're going to see every coin pretty much rise in value. But the 3 I named, that's probably what I would be looking at. I'm actually, if we do get another dip, I think Chainlink would be my biggest buy, and then I would buy up some more Matic too, because I did want to actually buy up some Matic, but I've been waiting on a bigger size dip to buy some Matic. And Aave too. I've been wanting to diversify into some Aave. I've been meaning to for a while. I actually used to own some Aave, sold it, and then it really went up. It is what it is. I mean, I think I sold it for, I always sell stuff into Ethereum. It worked out for me, but Aave, I'd probably say Chainlink, Aave, and freaking Matic. Probably the 3 that I would look at right now if we were to get another size dump. I am undervalued, man. I am undervalued. Ben just tweeted asking this and got me curious. It's a good question, though, man. It's a good question. We won't get the break. We won't get the break over 34.5K until 600 likes. 600 likes. We're not even at 600 likes right now. I mean, I know it's a slower stream today. I mean, like I said, when Bitcoin's kind of boring, it tends to be a slower stream, and you know.
Hey man, you say Zilliqa would be one of the next coins you diversify into.
And Zilliqa.
Ecosystem, and it might expedite your desire for it. Love the new format, man. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Thank you, Trevor, man. Thank you, Trevor, man. I definitely appreciate it. I do like Zill too. I do like Zill too. I will look more into it. I forgot about Zill. I didn't actually even see it. If I saw it on here, I would have actually said something. But Zill's another coin. Like I've said it in the past, I would probably diversify into Zill, one of the next coins. Probably wouldn't be ahead of those other 3 I just named. Right? I'd probably do the other 3 first. But I do like me some Zill. I'll have to do some more research into Zill, and maybe it'll enlighten me to, you know, buy some Zill. Because who doesn't want some Zill? Right? It's I love saying Zill. It's not as good as saying BTT. Right? Saying BTT just flows off the tongue. If you guys don't know this inside joke, right? Just say BTT. Say BTT 3 times in a row. I swear you will want to say it 10 times a day. 10 times a day. But thank you, Trevor, man. That's awesome, dude. BTT. All right, so Bitcoin is going sideways. Man. What are you going to do, guys? What are you going to do? Where are we at right now for likes? 634. There we go. There we go. Appreciate it, guys. Like I said, during slow days like this, the likes really do help the stream to get more people in here. But, you know, when Bitcoin's taking a nap, or I guess I should say sleeping in a hyper, what do they call it? We go in the space stations where you kind of sleep in like some hyper chamber and you're sleeping for like a month. That I guess I can't even call Bitcoin taking a nap right now. It's kind of just sleeping in a hyper chamber for the last month and a half. If we zoom out here, I mean, Ben's been in a hyper chamber, so it's the name of the game, dude. It's the name of the game, and you know, it's one of those things. That's kind of why I wanted to bring more structure into the stream too, is because lately, like especially when Bitcoin's boring, you kind of run out of things to talk about. So I'll be adding more onto this. All right, let's go. I think this is a good time. Let's look at some long-term Bitcoin charts. Let's look at some long-term Bitcoin charts. Because why not, man? Why not? Evil said, sup fart sniffers. Sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? You didn't really miss much, man. I mean, you missed a little bit of a 1% pump for BTC, man. 1% pump. BTT. Hibernation deep sleep. There we go, George. Anyways, let's go look at some long-term Bitcoin charts. Why not?
Sup fart sniffers? Sorry, I am late. WHT, did I miss?
Fart sniffers. I don't really have much for long-term, but I mean, there's a few charts I want to look at here. Like I said, I mean, I literally have like 2 charts to look at. Let's switch on over to Bitcoin long-term. Let's do it. There we go. Nice transition. I'm still working on getting those transitions right, man. Like I said, this is beta. This is test stream number 1. Anyways, weekly time frame. We talked about this. We're getting squeezed. We're just getting squeezed, right? Really, from our January 4th high to our January 18th low, right? We're just kind of going up and down between those 2 levels, up, down. So that's really it on that. I mean, what I've been saying the last couple of days is the 21-week exponential moving average is going to continue to drop, and the 50-week moving average, right? The regular 50-week moving average is going to continue to rise. We're going to get squeezed. It's almost like a Bollinger Band, but in the moving average sense, right? You're going to get squeezed in between these 2 levels, and we're going to have to see a move here or there. Now, like I said, this could, in theory, right, if this was to go at this pace, I don't know what the actual pace will be, but no one does. We could, in theory, go sideways for another month, maybe even 2 months. And that's kind of the general sentiment most people have right now. I think most people are either, I think even the people that think it's going to pump to like 65K in July. I mean, I'm seeing people on YouTube, saying, they think Bitcoin's going to be like 70K in July, 80K in July. Yes, I am seeing that. Those people are kind of, I don't know. I don't think we go pump that much, but I think the general sentiment is we go sideways here for another couple weeks to maybe another couple months, or right, we dip back down, right? I think that those are the two general sentiments. And like I've said, Bitcoin tends to do the opposite of what everyone thinks, right? So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if you look at it from that sense, Bitcoin should just pump up to 80K because no one's expecting that, right? No one and their mother is expecting a pump straight to 80K in the next month. But if we're being real, I want to go over, I think everyone's kind of talked about their levels that they're looking at for BTC if we do dump lower. I did want to touch on that today because it always is a possibility we go lower, right? So early in the stream, we talked about the golden pocket, right? The 0.618, 0.65 between 27,000 and 25,000. I think that's definitely a possibility of us bouncing. And the reason for that is if we actually dump down there on the weekly RSI, I think it's likely that the weekly RSI would dump to where we normally bounce to, right? If we actually just dump straight down to 25 to 27K, right? And you guys can see, this is not the full chart of BTC. This is only really 2017 and beyond. But you can see our bear market low, our 2020 low, and where we would be on the RSI in the same sense, right? I think we would bottom out on the RSI if we went to that level. And there's so many things to me that is pointing for us not to go below there. Like, guys, we just did a poll. Hold on. We're doing a poll. We're doing a freaking poll. All right. I gotta do a poll to kind of prove my point. Where would you buy BTC first? Let's see. Let's do 30. Let's do now to 30K. Hold on. I'm getting a poll ready to go, guys. Bear with me for a second. 30K. What is wrong with my typing skills right now? Holy crap, man. 35K to 25K. 25K to 20K. And this is where you would buy Bitcoin first. This is where you would buy it first. All right. So keep that in mind. Answer this poll. All right. Answer this poll in a truthful manner. Right. Don't be skewing the poll. I know a lot of you guys want to skew the poll. All right. But I want to do this poll first and then kind of go on to my next point that I want to go to. Okay. So let's see where this ends up. All right. Don't be skewing the poll, guys. I know you guys want to skew the poll. All right. Where would you buy Bitcoin first? Now you can want to buy it below 20K, right? You can want to buy it below 20K, but would you buy it higher than that? Then that answer doesn't count, right? I can see 34K first, a little at 30K, and then more below. Where would you buy it first is the question. Where would you buy it first? It depends how we get to that given price. Yeah, it's very true, John. This question's very circumstantial because if we just do a straight dump, I think more people would be scared to buy. But if we did kind of like a slow little consolidation down, I think more people would have a little bit more confidence to buy, right? If we just saw some capitulation event, when you go down, I don't think it would happen. But all right, so basically, I mean, we have a couple votes. Most people are saying between 25K and now. That's when they would buy most of their BTC, right? So, or they would buy first, at least. They would buy first. So that kind of leads me to my next point. And like John said in the chat, it really depends on how we get to those levels, like you said. Because if we do some quick dump here, people are going to be freaking out. People aren't going to want to buying. But if we kind of consolidate down, people are probably going to have a little bit more confidence to maybe buy the dips, right? But if we just do this, people are going to be like, I'm not buying. It's kind of human psychology. But let's just go off the data we have. So most people are saying now to 25K, okay? So if we look at it from that sense, do we drop below the golden pocket here from our bear market low to our bull market high, where we usually get retraces to? And that level, right, is right there. Do we drop below that? I just don't see it. I don't see it. I know a lot of people are calling for 20K, right? I can maybe see that. Especially if we get some quick dump here and people are freaking out and panic selling, right? And then I see a lot of people talking about the 786 at about 16,000. I can definitely see that sentiment. Saw something today that the C dump shifted the entire chart down by the amount of time of dump. In simplest terms, if you add the C dump to 63K, it would put you at the logarithmic top. Just being real. Thank you, Trevor. We're all about being real, man. We're all about being real. Anyways, a lot of people are saying the 786, right? Which is, hold on, I gotta let this read.
In simplest terms, if you added the C dump to 63K, it would put you at the logarithmic top. Just being real.
Yeah, so I'm just going over all possible scenarios and what I think, right? This is what I think. If you have a different opinion, right? I'm open to all opinions, right? This is just my personal opinion. So just keep that in mind, right? I'm not saying this is 100% for fact, just my opinion. A lot of people are 7 to 786. I don't think we even break below previous all-time high.
Let's go make some paper mache.
I just pressed the wrong button, man. But anyways, I don't see us breaking below the previous all-time. We've never done it in previous bull markets. Never done it, right? We never consolidated back down below previous all-time highs. Now, is that certainly impossible based off that sentiment, right? I don't know, but we'll see, right? But we've never done it in the past. And then the third level everyone's talking about is 14K. Why 14K? Well, a lot of people are looking at the freaking the 200-week moving average, right? If I actually just switch this yellow to the 200-week, a lot of people are talking about the 200 moving average, where it actually correlates perfectly with your dead cat bounce we had in July of 2019, and also your 200-day moving averages. So those are the levels everyone's kind of looking at. I don't see us even dropping below 20K in my personal opinion. And I think more than likely, if we do dip, I don't see us really going below 25K. I just don't. I just don't. And not saying it's impossible. I think it is possible. I just think it's kind of unlikely, right? So we'll see what happens. But I did want to touch on this today as looking at, the possibilities of downside is certainly possible, or certainly a good thing to look at, right? Saying I love seeing this people in chat saying BTC is a scam. I'm happy to see that means on early on the game and people still sleeping. I agree, man.
I love to see this people in chat saying BTC is a scam. I am happy to see that means I am early on the game and people still sleeping. Haha.
Yeah. But anyways, and we saw the poll, guys. Most people are going to be buying between, according to this poll. Obviously, we're on YouTube, so we're a little bit more bullish than the general public, right? The people on YouTube tend to be more bullish because why would you be, or at least you're long-term bullish, right? You might be short-term bearish, but you're long-term bullish. Because why would you be watching live streams every day if you were long-term bearish? It just wouldn't make sense, right? Unless you were a huge shorter and for the life of crypto, which in general is a losing game if you're shorter for crypto in the long term, right? Just look at the long-term charts. But if based on all those things, right, our golden pocket, most people buying between 25 and 27, institutions probably scooping up Bitcoin at cheap prices down here. I don't see, even if we drop down here, I think it's going to be a quick V bottom back up to the upside. May not be some huge recovery. It might just be something like we did recently. Might be just something like this, and then we consolidate again, right? But that's kind of what I'm seeing as far as downside action. I did want to touch on that today because, a lot of times we're talking about bullish scenarios and all this type of stuff, but, it is important to look at the possible downside action. And then the monthly chart, we just had a new monthly candle. You guys know I take into account the 11-month moving average. You guys might say, I said it on the Patreon video today. I was like, God, it seems like such an arbitrary number, right? The 11th month moving average. This guy, I can see it right now in the chat. This guy is talking about the 11th month moving average. Crying face, crying face, crying face, crying face, crying face. Bear with me for a second, okay? Even in 2013, where we had a giant dump back to the downside, right? We had approximately about a 73% dump to the downside. Even in 2013 bull market, we never broke that 11-month moving average in a bull market, right? We held it the entire time. Obviously, in 2017, we held it the entire time, right? And you can see exactly where we are right now, right? We are exactly at that 11-month moving average. Now, I know it's a completely arbitrary number. We're going to keep making up moving averages, making up moving averages, making up moving averages, right? I totally get that sentiment. And I think sometimes we do that to a fault where we just kind of keep dropping the price down. Like everyone's looking at the 21-week EMA. Everyone's looking at the 200-day EMA, right? Now I'm looking at the 11-month moving average, right? It's always something, right? So we were just looking at a bunch of bearish scenarios. I did want to look at the bullish scenario as even in 2013, we had a big dump. We held this moving average and eventually recovered. So that's where we're at right now. For as much bullish scenario you can look at, guys. I mean, we're still holding that right now. As long as we close above this, it's okay, I guess. It's okay. Not anything great. Not anything great, but keep in mind, the other thing I did want to take a look at, even if we do hold this, Trevor said, this guy is always talking arbitrarily. Crying face, crying face, crying face, crying face. There it is, guys. I love the crying faces, man. Even if we dip, the last thing I wanted to look at here, okay? Even if we dip, let me bring up the RSI, okay? We looked at it, we talked about it just for like 2 seconds earlier, but guys, I just don't think we have too much downside left, right? Like even in the perfect world where the bears get what they want, we get more downside. I mean, let's go to the Bitcoin long-term chart. Let's go to the Bitstamp chart. We have a little more data to work with here. Even in the scenario where we get more downside, which, like I said, is certainly possible, like we've been talking about, like we're getting pretty low on the weekly RSI, and we tend not to even stay in the oversold territory for the RSI for too long, right? Like even if we did drop here, maybe we get a little bit more downside. We don't have much more room to run to the downside before, based off history, we do get reversals back to the upside. So it is something to look at, right? And I think if you're looking at this from a glass half full type thing, I think the best you can kind of say is even if we do dump, we don't have much downside left according to history, right? So that was a lot. I mean, I said a lot about one chart, but I think sometimes it is good to be realistic about the downside targets, and that's what I'm seeing in the long term, man. That's what I'm seeing. So I'll leave it at that. I will leave it at that. Okay. So we will go over to, I think we had one super chat left in there, but we'll switch on over because I like doing the transition. It's pretty nice. I like it. But yeah, like Bitcoin just got a massive rejection off that red box again. So we'll see what it does, but and we got to get back over that resistance. It's as simple as that. We have nowhere to go besides sideways or through that resistance, right? It's like, what's that old song? I can't go around and I can't go through it. That's pretty much what Bitcoin's doing. You guys remember that song? I forget what it is. Trevor said, saw something today that the dump shifted the entire chart down by the amount of time dump. In simplest terms, if you add the dump to 63K, it would put you at the logarithmic regression top. I don't really know what that really means, but yeah, I don't know what that means. But you're saying if you add the dump that you got to the top of the market, you would be at a logarithmic regression curve. That seems kind of arbitrary to me. But yeah, I mean, I can kind of see what you're saying, Trevor, because I kind of know it in my head that if you do add a percentage amount that you got to dip to the actual top, you would probably be right at the logarithmic regression, just based off my memory. But I can see what you're saying, man. I can see what you're saying. They said that's kind of arbitrary. But I do like arbitrary stuff, right? Nightly reminder that you can't sing. I can sing, right? You all have me confused. My name is Jazz. Jordan's name is Jordan Chris. My name is Chris, Jazz. Get it right, all right? Get it right. Shave said, retesting neck of inverse head and shoulder on the 15 minutes. Interesting. Shave, you're always looking at the short-term time frames, my man. You love the short-term time frames. What is your definition of an inverse head and shoulders here, though, bud? Are we talking... Like, I just don't see the right shoulder. I guess maybe you can get... If you want to get really dicey here, you can say here.
Retesting neck of inverse head and shoulder on 15 minutes.
I can see what you're saying, man. Now the 15 minute... The 15 minute is the 15 minute, though. So I can see what you're saying. You'd basically want to get a bounce here off this pink level here. You'd want to get a bounce and then continue up, but we'll watch it. We'll watch on the 15 minute. Why not, man? Why not? We'll see if it plays out. We'll see if it plays out. Why not? What does the 1 second chart say, Chris? Don't stop believing, said Gary. Don't stop. Jordan is the best boss at McDonald's. Thank you, Ecoms. Let me bust out the hat. You know, it's kind of a hat kind of day. It's kind of boring, right? So the McDonald's hat. Oh, it matches my shirt. Oh, look at that. I'm looking fresh today with the McDonald's hat and the red shirt. I look like I actually am at McDonald's right now. Holy crap. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Look at me. Can I take your order, sir? Hold on. I gotta get the hat on right, man. Damn, I can't get... Come on. Where's the McDonald's hat? There we go. Put that on right. There we go. All right. Should be good to go. Can I take your order, sir? I would like a chocolate McFlurry. Well, you can't have that, sir. The freaking McFlurry thing's broken. All right. The freaking McFlurry thing's broken. All right. Oh man, it's too funny. You know, at my old job, a big part of my old job, guys, was working at freaking was trying to get like positive surveys and things like that. And you know, it was always the people that I knew probably worked at like retail or something. It was always the people those kind of people that gave us bad surveys. Trust me, it's something that you can kind of notice if you were working at my old job. It's the people you would think at work at retail places like McDonald's and stuff. But if you ever go to retail places, like normal retail places or normal restaurants, and not even really restaurants, they're usually pretty nice. But fast food places, retail places, the workers that work there aren't very friendly, right? Aren't very friendly. And that's just my experience. Like there's definitely a lot of friendly ones, at least from where I am. Like you drive through a McDonald's drive-through, BK drive-through. Yeah, you hand them your card. They give you what you get. Like, oh, here's your McDouble. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for the McDouble. I try to be nice. I said, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. And they don't say anything. They hand you your card and don't say anything. It's like, okay. It's those type of people that give you bad surveys. I swear. Oh man. Did he smash the helmet yet or nah? No, I still got the I wouldn't work at McDonald's even if they offered me $100 an hour. Never. Yeah. Jordan, where are you in 2030? In 2030, I will not be working. I will be on an island. I hope to own my own island. And that's where I see my life in 2030. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, investing in myself, investing in my life, and also doing stuff that I enjoy doing. So that's where I see myself in 2030. I mean, we got 9 years until that time. We'll find out where I am, you know? Let's see. Let's see. Every time you put the hat on, the kids want McD's. It's funny. It's crazy how many of you guys are watching the streams of your kids. That's awesome. If I be kind of inappropriate, I apologize. I tend to be a little bit of inappropriate sometimes. I've came a long way.
To my daughter Kayla, just say, hey, your dad loves you.
Zazian Bear, can you give a shout out to my daughter Kayla? Just say, hey dad, hey, your dad loves you. Kayla, hey, your dad loves you. That's awesome. So many of you guys watch the streams of your kids. I think that's awesome. Like I said, I've came a long way. I used to have a really dirty mouth. I've came a long way trying to be a little bit more professional. But you know, I guess you know, I do say, but I've definitely came a long way from being professional. Jordan, going have his son doing YouTube TA for us. It's a yeah. I mean, it's a sponsorship. I mean, not a sponsorship. Apprenticeship. I mean, it's an apprenticeship. If I ever do have a son, at this point, I don't think it's very likely. You know, I just don't. You know, I don't see myself. Just you know, just I don't know. We won't go into this. That's what this the other. We won't go much into this. Maybe we will. Every time I say we won't go much into this, we eventually go into this. But I could see myself being a parent. I just don't know if I can see myself being a husband at this point. I'll put it that way. But I'd love to have kids. It just got to be with the right person. And you know, I don't know if I ever really want to get married. Right? I don't think marriage is really for me. This is a whole completely other subject I don't want to get into, but yeah, that's it. Hit the retest. Will it bounce? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, this is the 15-minute chart, so in a way, we got to see if you bounce here. If you bounce, we'll see. But yeah. Dude, it could happen. Oh, I definitely know it could happen. Like, if I wanted to get married, I probably could. It's just I don't know if I want to. Right? I don't know if I want to at this point. Marriage is a scam. All right, Nate, I didn't want to go there, man. You're gonna make me go there, dude. Don't make me go there, man. You know I'm red pill, but we're not gonna go there. Okay, we're not gonna go there, man. That's for the other channel. I'll have your kids, said Shafe. Jazz said, hey, if I have a kid, I want a little boy. But I don't know if yet either. Yeah.
I like the island idea. Is the crypto the plan to get there? If so, what are top coins? And please
don't.
Rocks.
Cake Boo Boo said, don't do it. She'll take your island.
No.
Yeah. Pretty much. Do. All right. Let me, before I start getting super weird here. Shafe said we're testing the inverse head and shoulders. We're trying to hold it right now. We also have a bunch of support at that area, so you could just be trying to hold support. Doesn't look like you're getting a huge bounce off of it, but that could change pretty fast. You know what I mean? On the grind said, I like the island idea. Is the crypto the plan to get there? If so, what are your top coins? And please scream Bitcoin rocks as loud as possible right now. 1, 2, 3, go. Bitcoin. I can't be too loud. Bitcoin rocks. It rocks so good. Baby. But is crypto the plan to get there? Crypto is part of the plan. Guys, I do other stuff besides this, right? I stream, right? I do other stuff behind the scenes too. But yeah, man. I mean, I do a lot. I work a lot. So, man, the freaking shoulder, man. Been flipping too many burgers. Flipping too many burgers at McDub's. The shoulder, man. I think the shoulder. I think it's the burgers, man. The burgers must be why my shoulder is getting all kind, or was, I guess, all kinds of messed up, man.
It's the head and shoulders, so suck it.
Love you, Shafe, man. I mean, you're one of the OGs, too. You've been here forever, dude. Thanks for watching the stream, man. And I will not suck it, okay? I will not suck it. We'll see if it plays out, all right? I hope it doesn't play out just for you, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just talking crap, man. I'm just talking crap. Where are we? Yes, Lamb, you're definitely early, dude. Definitely still early. Man, slow stream today, man. Slow freaking stream today. I mean, I don't know if it's because Bitcoin's boring or what, but man, I've actually noticed low numbers on a lot of people's channels. Like even George, George used to pull 15,000, even sometimes even higher viewers. Like it was usually between 12 and 15,000 on some of his streams. You know, he's getting 4,000 to 5,000 people on his streams now. It's crazy, man. Crazy how many people left the crypto market. BitBoy used to get close to, he had streams where he get 20,000 viewers on his streams. Now he's getting like 8 to 10K at a time, man. It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely nuts. Like half the people that used to be into crypto are gone. Like I said, this is what I said. People slowly, you don't notice it.
To the moon. Crescent moon. Please scream your favorite coin a bit louder.
You don't really notice it, right? You don't really notice it. Slowly over time, people just start leaving crypto. That's usually the time you want to buy, right? When people are leaving crypto. I've seen it across the crypto land. I mean, numbers are down, which means retail is losing interest. And when retail loses interest, it's usually when Bitcoin goes on a run, right? Just saying. YouTube scam Jordan. I don't think it's really YouTube. It's really across the board. I think people are just slightly losing interest in crypto, which I get, right? It's been a boring last month or so. So I get it, man. BitBoy is the worst streamer out there. Hey, BitBoy, I got to give BitBoy some credit, man. People always want to talk crap about BitBoy, but he put a lot of work into his channel. Now, granted, he does have a team of like 20 people that help, right? I mean, if I had a team of 20 people, I'd make some serious good content too. I'm a one-man show over here, but he has done a lot of work on his channel. He put in the time, he put in the work, and that's what happens when you're consistent, man. And everyone wants to hate. Everyone wants to hate when you get successful. And BitBoy has the most haters out there, I think. Maybe other than Carl the Moon. Carl the Moon and BitBoy probably has the most haters, but both of them put in the work and they got successful, man. And that's, people want to hate on success, and that's kind of what happens, dude. But I think BitBoy's videos and streams are actually pretty good, personally. Why does it say on the grind like 3 times in the top there? What the heck? Yeah. Like I said, I always want, even like smaller streamers, like there's streamers that I watch all the time, like MDX Crypto, not Expert, I don't really watch Expert Crypto, MDX Crypto, what's his name, Bitcoin Hyper. Some of these guys used to pull, over 1,000 viewers, and some of them are only getting like 700-800 viewers a stream, right? So, I mean, the retail is leaving the market. And like I said, that is bullish, right? People get bored. That's bullish. I said that like a month ago. When you start seeing people leaving, you're going to see them come back when Bitcoin starts coming back. It's a constant cycle. People get bored, they panic sell. And I wouldn't say much panic sell. They get bored, they don't watch crypto, and then when they finally realize that crypto is going up again, it's already up, 5, 10x. And that's what happened this last cycle. So, yeah, man. We need more BitBoys and Georges. I agree, man. I think BitBoy and George get a lot of hate. The reason why George doesn't get a lot of hate. The thing about George is he gets a lot of hate outside his channel, but he has such a loyal following that he doesn't get that much hate in his chat, right? But the thing that's good about BitBoy gets a lot of hate. BitBoy gets a lot of hate in his chat. A lot. I've seen him on stream and literally say like, take down the chat. I can't look at it. It's pretty bad, some of his strats, but we need more people like them. You're right, dude. Because the more positive people are, the better it is for crypto. And I understand people want to be real. And I think the people that are real still are long-term bulls for crypto. And I think they need to state that they're long-term bulls for crypto. You can be bearish, right? Like you guys know, like I'm bearish on my channel all the time, but I think you still need that positive reinforcement, where I still believe in Bitcoin in the long term. I say it every stream, right? I believe Bitcoin's going to go up in the long term. Short term, a little bearish, but I definitely agree it's good to have positive people, positive influences in the market, right? And yeah, I know I'm kind of going a little bit of a rant right now, but people like to, my overall thing is people like to hate on success, and BitBoy, George, Carl, right? As much as I make fun of Carl, I only make fun of him because of his, that's the only why I make fun of him, right? Because of the, but other than that, I mean, Carl's put in the work. Everyone's kind of put in the work, man. So you can't hate on people putting in the work. Can't. But that's really it. Rant over. Unless someone else brings something else that I can rant about. You should make a shirt, make a this chart below shirt. No, dude, I got my Bahamas shirt on. I got my Bahamas shirt on, right? Brave Dog said, maybe George is mad because he gave you $100 super chat and you didn't return the favor. I actually did go on his stream and send him $100 super chat too, man. So you should probably go back and maybe fact check a little bit, because I actually did send him $100 super chat as well. So, yeah, that's it on that, man. Today for the Bitcoin price. I love Crypto, man. Today for the Bitcoin price. For the Bitcoin price, I am currently in Dubai on top of this big boulder. And the Bitcoin price is going absolutely nuts today. Crypto is awesome, dude. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. All right, what else should we look at, guys? I mean, we went through the kind of the rundown here. It's 9 o'clock. I feel like staying on, though. I feel, even though it's kind of boring today, not getting that many new viewers in here. I can just kind of see by the stats here, but I don't really care, right? I don't really care. I like hanging out, so that's what it is, dude. You are 20 people in whole crypto that are watchable. BitBoy is king. True number 2 at Soul. Thank you, man. I'm glad to be number 2, man. I'm glad to be number 2.
Bullish engulfing on the 15 minutes. Fingers crossed.
Do. I don't shill. I'm one of the only person that don't really shill anything. I mean, I'll tell you guys to join the Patreon, but I probably only mention that maybe once per stream at the end. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's nothing wrong with shilling either, guys. I mean, everyone shills. We talked about, and literally everyone shills. Stay on. Helps me sleep. 2 a.m. in UK. 2 a.m. in the damn UK, huh? Crap, dude.
We need more likes or BTC can't pump, guys.
Get out some moon phases for boredom. We check out the moon phases, man. I mean, the moon phases. Let's check out the moon phases. That's kind of fun, right? As much fun as you can really have right now. But let's bring out the moon phases. Did I have it saved here? I did. The moon phases. Look at this. We got this moon here. It actually ended up having a pump the next day. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Now, we are coming close to that next, I don't know, is this the full moon and this is the half moon? I don't really know what the moon phases are. I'm not an astrologist here. I am only a...
Viewer 10K dry powder deploy now in BTC and S5050 await for further dips.
I am only a McDub's fortune teller. Okay, I can only tell you whether you're going to get a McDouble or you're going to get an apple pie. That's the only thing I can really predict here. But if I were an astrologist, right, I would probably say we would dump on the next moon. That's what we've done every single time. I love this chart though, man. I mean, this is textbook. This is textbook. Not perfect, right? But generally speaking, it's pretty damn accurate. I do have to say. We'll see if this one ends up painting a new moon over here and we end up coming up maybe a little bit more and we dump on that new moon. We'll see. It's been pretty accurate since about right here, I would say. Even maybe a little bit further, even like down here. It was pretty accurate. Not exact, but man, I love that thing. I love that moon phase, man. It's 4 a.m. in Greece, George. Damn, I did not have anything better to suggest. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to suggest for now. I understand, man. I understand. I mean, as someone that looks at charts almost all day, I mean, even I can't really, I mean, I've talked about pretty much everything at this point. Bullish engulfing on the 15-minute. You did get a bullish engulfing, and now you might get a bearish engulfing. So we'll see. You got 10 more minutes until the close, so a lot can happen in 10 minutes, especially on the 15-minute chart, man. But you did get an initial bounce there, so that's good. We need more likes or BTC can't pump, guys. Thank you, Shafe, man. Appreciate it. Jason said, first time viewer, 10K dry powder deploy in BTC and ETH 50/50 await for further dip. It's tough to say, man. I'm not one to try to predict whether Bitcoin's going to pump or dump right now. I'd probably say watch for this green box here. And that's what I've been kind of saying. It was our previous support. And this is really what we're worried about right now. Our previous support, okay, flipped as resistance.
Loving your 2 a.m.
Now,
here in the UK.
now flipped into support again. Okay, so that's really what we've been watching here for BTC. If we can hold this green box and continue the run here, I think we'll be pretty good, right? What is this, man? What is this? Anyways, I think we'll be pretty good. But if we break this green box, I think more downside is action. I mean, you can't really, as someone that looks at charts, you can't really look at the charts and say, all right, we're going to go down and we're going to go up. You got to react on whether you break a key level or you hold a key level, right? That's really what you're kind of looking for, Jason, right? So, I mean, you look at the indicators, they look pretty bearish, right? Stock RSI looks like it's about to go down. MACD looks like it's about to flip bearish again. There's really nothing on the RSI, but indicators look bearish. Like I said, I was a little bit more bearish on today's stream because the short term does look a little more bearish to me. But I'm not in the broadcast, or I'm not in the right sense in the position to predict whether the whales are going to pump us up or down, right? That's up to the whales, dude. It's up to the whales. Ashley said, loving your 2 a.m. broadcast here in the UK. Thanks. Thank you, Ashley Yorkie. Ashley Yorkie, you're always here. You're always here. Thank you, Ashley. I think that's everyone. On the grind said, appreciate that, sir. Crypto, how I plan to make it to the moon. Please scream. Oh, I already did that. Oh, please scream your favorite coin a little bit louder. You could argue my favorite coin is Ethereum, right? I do own more Bitcoin than Ethereum, but you could argue that Ethereum is my favorite coin. So you know what? Ethereum is my favorite coin. Thank you kindly, sir, appreciate your work. Thank you, Jason, man. Appreciate it, dude. Like I said, just watch the whales are controlling it right now. The whales are going to do what they want to do. All we can kind of look at is, are we going to hold this support? Are we going to break this support? It's. I always make the joke, and I don't do it as like attack anyone, but like,
Kindly answer, appreciate your work.
if I could do this and I could say, we are going to go up, and you're also about to eat a double cheeseburger in the near future, right? I would totally do it, right? If I had to pick one superpower, it would actually be, fun fact, guys, if I had to pick one superpower to do, it would, first of all, it would be to flip burgers better, right? Second of all, it would be to read people's minds. Imagine being able to read people's minds with the ability to turn that off. Because imagine being able to read people's minds and you couldn't turn it off. That would suck. But imagine what you could do in life if you could read people's minds. You could literally do anything, right? You could figure out anything. You would just be able to do anything, and no one would know. That's the thing. That's the thing. If so much, if you were thinking about it in this sense, like any other superpower, people would know you have a superpower. If you could read people's minds, people wouldn't know you had a superpower. So it's the ultimate superpower, right? Because it's a mental superpower. I'm getting deep here, but this is something I've talked about, and this is something I thought about for a while. But definitely interesting. Also, predicting the future would be pretty cool, though. You know, flying. No, because if you're flying, right? If you're flying, people, what are you going to get from flying? All right, cool. You can fly. You can fly. Cool. But what do you gain from that?
Christy yelled with no conviction. You must hate Ed.
Read one person's mind or multiple simultaneously. Whatever you prefer, but you can turn it off if you want to. Not my wife's mind, please. Yeah, you don't want to read your mind. You don't want to read your wife's mind, man. You might find out something you don't want to know. Whether she's sleeping around or maybe she's maybe she's thinking you maybe you gained a little weight, right? You never want to know what your significant other is thinking. Sometimes, especially nowadays, you don't want to know what they're thinking. So, with the exception, you don't want to know your wife/girlfriend's mind or what they're thinking, right? How is Cardano looking? Be more empathetic and less logical, and you will be able to do a better job at reading people. Probably true, Rolling paper smooth. You got a good name, man. I bet you can roll some paper smooth. The giant water jug. Truth is better than no truth. Probably. Yeah, no name. Reading minds can have its downfalls. Exactly. That's what we just talked about. Like, if you're married and you would have never found out that your wife is cheating on you or something, I guess it would be a good thing. But if you never knew, I mean, you never knew. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? We're getting kind of deep in stuff. I mean, what do we got? Oh, we still got 1,000 people here. Damn. Even during this boring time. It's crazy. Mel Gibson movie, What Woman Want? All right, I'm gonna do a poll. We're gonna do a random poll. You know why? Just because I feel like it, okay? I feel like it. Which superpower would you choose? I'm going to do a few superpowers here. Read minds. Fly. Super strength. Or see through objects. All right. Which ones would you do? Answer. And no, we're not going to do the yes or no poll here. Not the yes or no poll. How much times you check your portfolio? Let's see. See if people agree, disagree. No one wants super strength then. Damn, we got... It's between read minds and fly, it seems like. See, people agree with me now, because my argument, this is why I should have been a damn lawyer. My argument for reading minds was A1, was T1. You can do anything by reading people's minds. Teleportation. I'm dead. Ben said, why you want to fly? You a pigeon or what? That's what I say about flying. Like, all right, you can fly. All right. I guess. What are you going to do when you're going to fly? Right. I can understand it would be fun, but what are you going to do? I want a super strength. I can already read minds and fly. Reading minds is, yeah, but most people don't want to listen. You know what I mean? Most people don't want to listen. Hold on. Sissy, yell with no conviction. You must hate ETH. I can't yell though. I can't yell. There's a reason why I can't yell right now, guys. Okay. The secret people are here. How about YFI? Would you rather one YFI or one Bitcoin? One Bitcoin, 100%. 100%. That's not even a question. Now, would they rather two YFI or one Bitcoin? If I can't sell, all right, this is interesting. All right, it's going to be the next poll. All right, so it seems like which superpower would you choose? Seems like the winner is read minds. Now I'm going to do another poll real quick. All right, and this is going to be a good poll. I think this is going to be a good poll. Would you rather have 5 YFI or 1 BTC if you couldn't sell for 10 years? This is a good poll, guys. I think this is a T1 question. And like I said, I am a Vegas odds. So this is going to be exactly 50-50. I'm telling you, exactly 50-50. All right? Answer this one for me. How'd you guys know? Answer this one. This is going to be a good one. Let's see what people think here. Bitcoin, and this is for 10 years. So 5 YFI right now is a lot more than 1 BTC. So you're really betting on will YFI be here in 10 years or not? So that's what you're really betting on here. That's what you really bet. Most people would take 1 BTC, right? Exactly. You're really betting on if YFI will be here. If you think YFI will be here, 5 YFI might be better. But if not, you're going BTC. All right. BTC looks like it broke that support there. Shafe, my bad, man. Bullish engulfing on the 15-minute. We're going to 0.
Everybody panic. We're going to 0.
We're going to damn 0, man. Expert Crypto student, what's up, man? If you knew without shadow of a doubt that ETH was going to flip BTC, wouldn't it make sense to sell some of your Bitcoin for ETH? Why miss out on that? I don't know for a fact, and that's why I don't, right? That's why I don't. My BTC and ETH ratio right now is actually pretty similar. I have more BTC than ETH, but like for dollar value, but they're pretty similar, right? So I like to diversify because you never know. I think eventually maybe ETH will flip BTC. I think it's the only coin that really has the potential to do it. But I wouldn't bet my farm on it, right? I wouldn't bet my farm on it, especially with countries adopting Bitcoin now, right? I wouldn't bet the farm on it. I think 5 YFI is a safe bet. Everyone's saying, what is YFI? Yeah, YFI is urine finance. It's a good question, right, Jazz? I mean, most people say BTC, it seems like, but I don't know. That's a tough one because you don't know if 5 YFI will be here. But if 5 YFI will be here, I mean, you're talking right now. I mean, what are you talking? 160K? I mean, in 10 years, I mean, that could be a substantial amount. But you're betting on a lot. You're betting on a lot. The pill may be altering the layout as well. Who's asking about the layout? Jordan bearish now? I am short-term bearish. Short-term bearish. Medium-term, 50-50, right? Whales control medium-term. Long-term, bullish. That's kind of my sentiment right now. If you want my complete honesty. Now, I can lie to you and be like, Short term, I'm extremely bullish, but I don't want to lie to you guys, right? I mean, I think everyone's kind of iffy right now. Even if you're extremely bullish right now, you're probably not 100% bullish, right? If you want to be completely honest. What's a YFI?
Move neckline to candle bodies and we still alive.
Bearish and gold. Move neckline to candle bodies and we still alive. Shafe, you're going hard on this, man. I'm doing this just for you, dude. I'm doing this just for you, man. This is your neckline now. All right, just for you. We're gonna adjust it and see if it works out. All right, man. Because there's nothing else to watch. I mean, besides the short term right now. We've gone over everything you could possibly go over for BTC. Every time frame, every moving average, every support resistance. On the weekly, we went over a bunch of stuff. So we went over everything, my guys. What is it, 920? How many people we still got in here? We got still over 1,000. Man, we're talking absolute gibberish. Jeez. I do have to say, you guys, a ton of you guys watch the stream, not every day, but a ton of you guys watch the stream multiple times a week, and it's freaking awesome, man. Like, I do have to say, if there was any other streamer that was just up here kind of shooting the crap, and I'm not talking about the big ones like BitBoy, George, who else is a big streamer? Not really a lot of big streamers, but any other person besides those two, I mean, people would be dipping out, but you guys are awesome, dude. I know I kind of had a sentimental moment on Twitter last night, you know, where I kind of thanked you guys, and I really do mean that. You guys are freaking awesome. A lot of you guys have been here for like 5 months, like every single day. That's commitment, right? And I know the commitment because I'm up here every single day. But to you guys be watching every single day, that's some serious commitment too. And you know, I haven't thanked you guys enough, and I think it's a good day for me to thank you guys. It really does mean a lot. It does. But you know, I'm gonna leave it at there. I'm gonna get sentimental here. I'm gonna get super sentimental. Shafe said, move neckline to candle bodies and we still alive. Yes, Shafe. Hold on. I need to chug my water a little bit. Man, that's good. Some good stuff, man. It's good stuff. I meant a sentimental McDonald's guy is just what we need, man. Dude. Man. Neil, you haven't been here every day, man. I don't know what you're talking about, Neil, but I don't even know who you are, dude. You're a stranger to me. What's going on, Ian? Ecoms. Time does fly, dude. I remember when it was February. I remember when it was damn February. What should we do? I'm gonna do another poll. Yeah, this is gonna be. I'm gonna ask you guys, what should we do? Because sometimes when I get to this point, this is actually a good poll for future streams. Because sometimes when I get to this point where I want to stay on, but there's not a lot to talk about, you know, this is a good poll for us. Send my wife to learn technical analysis, so we would soon be talking again. That's funny. Shoot the S. Watch old videos. Look at altcoin charts. Or what else can we do? Yeah, that's really it. Why does it not let me go? All right, answer the poll. This will help me for future streams too. All right, I like feedback. So I like feedback, guys. I want more feedback from you guys, especially the guys that watch every single day. I want to make this the best experience ever. I don't really ask for feedback from you guys, but like if you ever have like something you think I would add to the stream, whether it be a sound bite, whether it be a scene, right? Whether it be a chart you want me to look at, whether it be anything. If you guys have any feedback for me, let me know. Because like I said, I'm here every day. So I want to make it the best experience as possible, both for me and for you, right? So if there's any ideas you guys have, let me know. I try to come up with new ideas all the time, but I'm one person at the end of the day. So give me some feedback, right? On Discord, send me a message. Even put it in the general chat. I don't care. You could say, Jordan, your stream sucks. You need to change everything. Go for it. You know what I mean? Freaking go for it, dude. Night, John, man. Have a good night. Have a good night, man. Poll, how much times you check your portfolio every day? Let's see. What should we do? 40% shoot the S. 21% watch old videos. Look at altcoin charts. Wow, pretty close for shoot the S. Look at altcoin charts. I mean, I guess we could do the top one and the third one at the same time. You know what I mean? Make it more personal. We want to know more about your charts, or less about the charts, more about the ghost stories. I feel like I do make it pretty personal. I mean, I feel like I talk less about crypto than most other, I guess you want to call it crypto people do, right? I think I do that more than any other one, but I could be wrong. You're trash, bro. You're trash, bro. Everything you do sucks. Romorio, I'm not going to do that, man. As much as I'd love to do that, I'm not going to do it, dude. I'm not going to do it, man. Sharpen skills. Add smooth jazz in the background. More fundamentals. Yeah, I gotta personally see. I don't take the time to sit. We looked at some articles earlier. I'll read the articles every now and then. I gotta maybe take more time to sit down and read more articles so I can bring more of that stuff to you guys. But I don't know. I feel like people come for me to look at charts. I feel like as long as I add a couple news stories in, I feel like that's kind of the way to go. Sounds like jazz. Just join the Patreon. Thank you, Sounds Like Jazz. Appreciate it, dude. Neil said, I am a bot. Carrie said, can you tell me about your thoughts on Bond Barn Bridge? Bond Barn Bridge? What the heck is that? What are we going to the south and going to the friggin' barn? Barn. What is Barn Bridge? Oh, it's actually not that low. I thought it was going to be like some really serious S coin. I guess it's not. It's only at 251. It's kind of been going sideways for a hot minute though, since November 2020. Barn Bridge, founded in 2019, is a protocol for tokenizing risks. Interesting. I probably have to read more about this one to understand what that means. Barn Bridge is a sort of decentralized DeFi Lego for creating tradable tokens that expose consumer to market volatility. So it tokenizes risks, basically telling consumers the volatility of a certain market that they're in. I don't know. Sounds interesting. I really haven't seen anything about that before. Sounds interesting. I mean, it's not that low ranked. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen anything like that before. And you guys know I'm personally a big fan of something that has a unique use case and it's not kind of just trying to do the same thing as other coins that are ranked higher than them. So definitely sounds interesting. I mean, I guess it's worth a bet. It's worth a bet, I think. They had a security brief. Occasional screams. Bordy Bomb Bridge. Bond. Oh, the chart. You want the chart? Bond. Whoa. All right. Hold up. Gemini? All right. This is all it gives me. I need give me a full chart here, please. Full chart. Bittrex? No. I guess we're going on Gemini. And that's only the data that we really have here for Bond. So, I think we looked at this before. And look at this, man. Freaking textbook textbook. You take your high to your low, right? Look exactly where your wick to, right to your golden pocket, and then you pull back. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. I think we looked at this yesterday, actually. So you went right up to your golden pocket and pulled back. Classic. Now, where do you pull back to? I think it's likely you pull back to this 382. Why? Because you have a ton of support at that level. I mean, as much support you're going to have. Look at that. Right there at 382. Pumped up, support, right? So that's probably the area you probably hold a support there. If you don't, probably look for another move back down to this trend line that you've been trying to hold, right? So watch for 36.56. If you hold that, pretty bullish. If you don't, probably coming back down here. So, yeah, I mean, bond looks pretty good, dude. Nice little pumpage. Nice little pumpage.
Jordan, thanks for your everyday work here. I want to know, do you sale every week the BTC or just hold some in a long term?
Technical dating analysis. It's technical dating analysis. Ape said, Jordan, thanks for everything, everyday work here. I want to know, do you buy and sell every week the BTC or just hold some in the long term? I'm a holder, man. I'm a long-term holder. I do trade in the bear markets, though, right? Just to make some extra cash. I can stack the sats. But in times like this, where I don't expect this bull market to be over, I think this is just a sort of type of almost a bear market inside of the bull market. So I'm not really trading right now because I don't think the bull market's over. But in bear markets where we're truly going sideways for 2 years, right? 3 years, I'll trade during that time because that's how you can stack some more sats. But right now, I don't really feel the need to. I don't really feel the need to spend more time on the computer than I already do. So I am a bot. But good question. Definitely a good question. Oh, man. You don't have to read minds. Just read the chat. Half a BTC. Like I said, if anyone gives me half a BTC, I will fly Jazz out and we'll go on our first date. But it's only for half a BTC. It's only for half a BTC. Because you guys know I want a sugar mama. I want a sugar mama. So if there's any cougars out there, you know, let me know, right? I am looking for a sugar mama, right? I can bring something too. You guys know I'm BitBoy's nephew, right? I'm BitBoy's nephew. I'm the better looking version of BitBoy because I'm just a little bit younger. That's the only reason why I'm better looking. Other than that, BitBoy is extremely handsome. But yeah, I can bring stuff to the table too. So any cougars out there? Let me know. Jaguars. Jordan gonna be live 24/7. Trying to. I like being live, man. I do. 9:12. I'll probably end up ending this pretty soon because I do want to watch the. Wait, hold up. Oh yeah, I do want to watch the Hawks Bucks game. Game 5 over there. Was it 2-2? 2-2. She's going to the moon. I'm going long on Jazz. Keep it up. Thanks, Chi-Town, man. Appreciate it. Neil sell her for 2 BTC. Vegas. I'm more of a just don't stop. All right, guys. I probably am going to call a stream because I do want to watch. I do want to go watch that game, and Bitcoin's kind of doing nothing. As I'm saying that, Bitcoin's dumping. But watch for the support here again, right? 33,200. Just to do a little quick recap. 33,200. We break 33,200. Look for a move down to 32,400. I don't see that breaking overnight, so we'll talk about that tomorrow, right? New day, new charts. Hopefully it's a little more exciting than it's been, you know, for we've been talking about this for like a month and a half now. Hopefully it gets a little more exciting soon, guys. Whether it's downside, upside, it's both exciting. Either more coins at cheap prices or higher prices. Either way, we win in the end. So I'm going to call it a stream. Thank you guys for the continued support, as always. I know I got a little sentimental for a second, but I probably will again in the future. But, all right, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you guys don't panic sell your crypto. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And don't panic sell your crypto. All right, guys? Take it freaking easy. Peace.